everyone, and welcome back to Tales of Aneria One-Shot Part 2! Woohoo!
Tales. Aneria.
Oh, hey. I don't know why I'm leaning to the side.
It is Part 2 of the Little Hopes.
Italics.
Cascadia's Tower of Trials, in which the littlest party in Salsport is looking to try and complete the tower's various puzzles so that they can get 5,000 gold and give the tower over to some other adventuring group. Who knows? Who cares about them, right?
They're not
Small in
Not
stature
important, yeah.
and in brain power.
Once again, Colby is not with us for this adventure. He is at PAX right now, which means by the time you're seeing this, he's already back from PAX. So
I hope you enjoyed his panel.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yep. But we are not in an inn.
If you're a super fan out there, tell
We
us
are
in the comments. Were you there?
Cascadia's Tower.
Yeah. Was Colby as tall as you thought he would be?
Skull and crossbones if he was. What was the other one that you were using? The other. Colby was so confused. He's
I
like,
know,
why are there
it's
so many
like,
skull and
what?
crossbones in the chat? I'm like, dude, you're getting
I
canceled.
was like, they're my minions.
So deep in the tower of Cascadia in Salsport, the party of the Little Hopes found themselves face to face with a few different challenges. First, they were given a tablet that kind of had clues to the entire puzzles that they would see within the dungeon, and then they had to make their way across a room that was trying to shoot them with scorching rays. They had to throw a ball into an eye socket, just typical adventuring things. They ended up building and then fighting a golem. Maggie lost her ability to speak for a little bit there. That was a little harrowing for her, I'm sure.
Absolutely. She loves to speak.
And Cilin he was knocked unconscious during that fight with this golem that had a dragon's head.
Yep. In one hit.
Mm-hmm.
Go Rogues.
Well, okay, so when I came up with the idea of the dragon's head, I was like, this will be perfect. There is a monk and a rogue with uncanny dodge or evasion, should be fine. Didn't realize that I picked the lowest, the closest to you guys in CR, which is of course the white dragon because they're the weakest dragons. And I didn't realize that white dragons were one of the only dragons that didn't have a dexterity breath weapon. So, oops. You guys survived. You're fine.
It's fine.
We live to tell the tale.
Fine.
I got waterboarded by a health potion. I'm
That's
all right.
true. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then
What was in it?
I grabbed my
Toenail or
shirt
eyeball?
so you didn't have
There
to
was
drink
a
the
gross
toenail.
eyeball.
yeah, the belly shirt is definitely a lot smaller now.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
it's
Wow.
a super belly shirt.
Mhm.
Sounds scandalous.
It was a belly shirt. Now there's a belly window because it still has a hem on the bottom.
Yeah, I just took a little. Yep.
Who's still
It's called
smashing
fashion,
bits?
guys.
Mhm. Like
A
until
shark
there's absolutely
did
nothing
shark
left.
bite on
Yeah,
his
he's
tape.
just going to keep smashing bits. Just...
Yep. And then after completely covering himself in dust, luckily he was able to kind of feel the wind through his feathers again because you guys did enter into that wind room. After crossing the Jade Path, you convinced or wrestled or slept some griffins and took their keys off of them, and you ended up at a doorway.
Slept some griffins. I don't.
Slapped them.
I thought you said slept.
Slept.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, because you put
Is that
one to
what I
sleep.
did?
Yeah, you put one to sleep with your magic.
You bet them. Wait, what? Hold on, no.
You wouldn't know it, but it's
You-
been 3
you
months.
were the
since
one
we
We're gonna
were
get
flirting with
canceled
the
by
griffin.
PETA,
That's fair.
so we
That's
should.
Anyway.
So
This is
all four of you put the
family
keys in the door, twist the locks, and it opens up into a rather vivacious room. Actually, yeah. In
This
fact,
room is so
we'll
vivacious.
go back to the other music because
truly is.
there's a little soft
I mean,
music
you use
playing.
the big words. I don't understand it, man.
You look up and you do see some like harps floating in the air, just idly plucking themselves a little bit.
Oh.
Ignore the horses. That's just ambient sound. We're trying to work on that.
Was that you who?
I'm sorry. It's
Should say
Practicing.
excuse me.
Yoo-hoo is
Practicing my
the milk
beast
replacement.
speech.
Forgot who
And there are a bunch of pillows, there are some beds, everything, and Kilobix, the little homunculus that met you at the gate.
Is he lounging on the pillows?
Nope, he's standing
Oh,
there.
darn.
He is, just as you saw him before, he looks like a creature that looks basically like a candle, waxy body, that sort of thing that kind of evokes the image of a robe, and then his
So
head is a flame that just looks like an eyeball.
Is he
And
red?
sputters.
Wait,
Why
so
did I
is
think
he
was
like?
red?
The wax is red, yes. So
He's like Lumiere.
a little bit,
Like
yep.
Lumiere. Okay.
But you can see like the eye kind of like moving
Gotcha.
around a little bit.
Okay.
And he goes,
And was it a blue flame?
I believe I did say it was a blue flame, if I remember correctly. I might have to look at my.
I think it was.
It's a blue flame.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yep,
Totally.
blue flame.
I was just curious.
You can check here to see last episode's
Yeah.
description.
Lumpy red clay.
Let us know
Blue flame.
if we
Okay.
did not say the right thing.
And he goes,
Fact
I
check.
see that you've made it this far. I'm so happy. Welcome to the restroom. Not the restroom. That's over there. This is the room of rest.
I walk over to like a pile of pillows.
Roll
and just,
yourself.
Fall down onto it.
yeah, gotta recover a little bit.
The plates in here will we refill with any refreshments that you desire, and of course, any drinks will be poured at will. And you feel free to rest in here and recover before the trials ahead.
Have you got any otter piss? It's Cilin's favorite.
And he sputters a little bit, and he goes,
Not actual otter piss. It's a type of drink.
"Oh yes, of course, yes we do. I apologize. I thought it was something else."
Probably a good thing that you let him know.
I mean, if it was actually otter piss, just give me a cup. I gotta go.
Again, the restroom is that way.
Nope, too late. No, just kidding.
But I wanted to congratulate you. Nobody has made it this far in the tower. I mean, nobody's made it into the tower at all, but, you know, we like to kind of make things a little nicer around here after the harrowing adventures that you've been on. And of course, and he steps to the side, and there is a large treasure chest. And he goes, "Your reward from the golem fight."
Oh, yes. I run over and I'm gonna open it.
Okay, yep, you pop the lid open,
It's a
and you
mimic.
see...
Whoa.
This is the
remember,
restroom. Gotcha.
remember our saying, right? You know, birds of a feather, give that to me.
I was thinking we could split it all evenly.
Well, what if we can't break in the half?
So I told you what the gold and everything was in there. Can you read that off?
Yeah, 80 platinum, 2,300 gold,
Give him like
3,000 silver,
gold, maybe like
500 copper, and then there's 7 different art objects worth about 25 gold piece each.
Yeah.
And then you said there was something else.
Yes, so we'll say that there are 7 different little statuettes, and each of them is depicting one of the virtues, one of the 7 virtues that are typical in a world. Sorry, the dogs, we haven't been able to work out the kinks in this room, and there are dogs that kind of roam around. I hope that's okay.
I mean, you know, studies show that petting a dog makes you more relaxed.
That might be why they're here.
Are dogs natural enemies to either of you? Are they your predator? Are they predators?
I mean, I'm usually much larger than most dogs, so I'm not the actual size of an otter.
I don't know. I'm just curious.
I don't know.
He's definitely like staring down a dog.
He's looking around. He's like,
Never met a dog I haven't had to kill.
They're just like transportation. Just hop on. Go for a ride.
But he can fly.
Try it.
I'll jump on one.
It kind of lets out a yelp of surprise and starts running around the room.
And he'll just dick with his feet.
The other thing that you find in there, as you kind of like lift up the lid, you see that there is a small piece of cloth hanging off of the latch. And at first you think it's just random.
Magic loincloth, guys.
Is that the Pawafwi?
And you grab it and you kind of like start feeling it, and it feels a little cold. And you start opening it up, and it opens and opens and opens and opens and opens and opens until it's about, I think it's like 3 feet in diameter, and it is just this big black circle of cloth.
Oh, a portable hole.
Did you throw it on a wall or down on the ground?
No, because I don't think Cilin would know that.
Yeah.
That's Scott talking.
It's the Roger Rabbit.
What is this?
Oh, and Kilobix will invite you to put it onto the ground. So as you lay it onto the ground, the center of the hole sinks away and reveals, I think it's a 5-foot room, 5 foot by 5 foot room. I remember correctly. I'll have to get the manual out. This is the first time I've ever handed out a portable hole, so.
An extra-dimensional hole, 10 feet deep, cylindrical space within the hole exists on a different plane. so it can be used to create open passages. Any creature inside an open portable hole can exit the hole by climbing out of it. So it can't be used. Sorry, it can't be used to open passages. It's 6 feet in diameter. So 6 feet by 10 feet deep.
Yeah, and it's just an extra dimensional space
And
pocket
it should
you can put
not
things
be
in.
kept inside
Can you
of
put
any other extra
people in
dimensional
it?
space.
Technically, yes, they do run out of air eventually, because air. I think.
I was thinking it'd be a good hiding spot, but not anymore.
Murder works too.
Somebody stop this dog, please!
Just pluck you off as it runs by.
Let me at him!
Throw him!
And I'll just to the ground.
Into the hole.
Into the hole.
What's going on here?
So if we want to stop him, we can just...
Where's the... Let me out of here!
Yep. So as soon as you fold the handkerchief up, there's no more sound coming from it. There's not even muffles. It is literally sealed up.
That works great.
But you said not very long.
Yeah, it's probably got the same
It says 10 minutes.
10 minutes of air. Yeah, same as a bag of
So
holding.
it's like if you close the vault and someone's inside kind of thing. Run in there.
It's like a different version of a bag of holding almost.
Yeah.
But
It's a
it's
big
got
bag of
it's kind of
Cool.
yeah, it's kind of a it's kind of got a few more uses than that if you can think of them. But yeah, I won't spoil on anything that you can do on it. So
It does not have a weight limit. So
We put everybody inside. I can fly you somewhere and then open it up.
so that's the difference between that and
As
a
long as you
bag of
fly
holding.
it every 10 minutes.
Bag of holding has no size
Wait,
limit.
there's more of
I think it has a cubic
Well,
volume.
well, you can only
Have
fit
air.
things that
10
fit in the
minutes.
bag, right?
It's 10 minutes plus how long you can hold your breath after that.
That's true.
So what's your
I don't know.
constitution?
Let's try.
Not very long.
Once you are done, please feel free to exit through the same door that you came in, and the trial shall continue. Are you all right? Is it smelly in here? Oh,
She starts turning purple.
Won't that door take us back to the wind room?
He just kind of smiles or chuckles a little bit,
I'm bowing out.
and he says, "This is a magic tower. You should be okay."
This is amazing. She's done it for an hour now.
It's a record.
This is
It's a
world
record.
record here, man. Are you counting? I can't count.
I'm sorry, I did not know that we were supposed to count.
I was really holding my breath.
Well done. Very well done.
Thank you.
I mean,
Not quite a minute.
Do you need a fan?
No.
And he waves away the couple of the fans that were coming down to start giving
Magically fan you.
Yep.
There's a magical fan, and someone holds up a magical thing of grapes, and one just
Yep. There's just a
Pops
bunch of
off.
there's a bunch of
To
white,
drain this?
almost butler gloves. Kind of just those single white hand gloves, and they'll just come around with trays of things and
Master hand.
little master hands.
tiny
Yep.
ones.
And Kilobix, after he says that, he just says, "I will. If you have any questions, please feel free to call out." And then he kind of just dissolves away again.
I like that guy.
Creepy how he pops up out of nowhere. But I like him too.
The tower is magic, he said. So,
I wonder what happens to him after we solve this mystery.
Kilobax, come back.
Yes.
If we finish the trials,
Yes.
what happens to you?
Not if. When?
When we finish the trials, what happens to you?
It is left up to whoever owns me what happens to me.
oh,
Whether
what do
that
you mean
be
I
my
ever-
destruction or continued
I
existence.
haven't ever owned you.
Well, you wouldn't be able to decide then.
Okay, well you said whoever owns you, I don't own you. I
My
never did.
Mr. Who. It's happening already. You get one of those a night.
Who let him in again? Who let who into the party?
Ooh, that's a who.
Yeah, he let himself in.
He did
I'm just following you around
help
at
us
this point.
with those massifists, so...
I'm not leaving till you give me a fight.
It's true. Where do we go? Well, I wasn't paying attention.
While
Still trying to
while
get
your
more
face
oxygen.
was bright red,
Mhm.
he said go back through the door, and we can continue the trial.
Nice.
Thanks, Calabax. Bye.
Well,
You were here.
That's me opening the door.
Sorry, as if you were
okay. As a servant, I am used to being talked about like I am not in the room.
Do we want to take a rest for just a little bit? And
Take a quick breather.
short rest time.
If you haven't taken a short rest yet, you can now.
I think I did too.
Oh yeah, I think we did on the.
Yeah, you might have after the golden fight.
Yeah.
In addition, you can recover 1 hit die and 1 spell slot if you have one.
Ooh,
And then if you have any other like special points, you can recover those as well. So I think who has 1 rage that he can recover? I think your key already recovers on a short rest, so that's fine.
Get used to this, living in the lap of luxury, you know what I mean?
It is nice.
All right.
This music isn't half bad. Not as good as, well, you know.
Why don't you accompany
Like
them?
what?
Don't mind if I do.
I don't...
All of the music goes absolutely silent,
Okay.
waiting for you to begin.
She's definitely gonna do a little bit of a,
Who's bobbing his head already?
yeah. It's gonna be something,
You're bobbing the head and she's just tuning.
Sweet Child Mine. That's what she starts playing.
Okay. Yeah, and they definitely do play along with you on that. Like full on accompaniment. You've never been in an orchestra this fun.
It's amazing!
Who will find
I mean,
some
it's
drumsticks
not really
and use,
my
like,
flavor. Maybe it's just ahead of my time a bit. I don't know.
It is.
Your kids are gonna love it.
Your kids are gonna love it. Yes.
So who is
that
accompanying
reference.
on drums?
on what can I drum on in the room? Dogs.
There's
Girls.
actually like some
Dogs?
drums.
Why do we go to dogs?
There are drums like hovering above if you wanted to grab one of them.
He'll go up there and just like when it gets like this.
Okay, let's get some performance checks going here.
Sweet child.
You play the opening, say in there tonight,
No,
Which is not nearly as
which has nothing to do with you.
I'm doing just a base. It's
Not
a
doing very
4
well.
plus my performance,
13.
which is 0. So I'll just be like,
yeah, who is definitely throwing off your
the
rhythm.
most like bass.
For sure.
I'm sorry, I was in the moment. It was so beautiful. I like when you were like making those sounds and they would go up and down and stuff. It was the best chorus I've ever heard.
Thank you. It is
And now
rather
play the
catchy.
bridge where she's like. Bling, bling.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, so it's a nice performance after you're finished. All of the little white hands come together and give you a polite clap before going back to serving their
Polite
individual. Yeah, a polite one. I mean, you only rolled a 13.
I know.
They're just glad you didn't play Free Bird.
I should have stuck to the Baba
Well, I
Yaga
was helping her,
song.
wouldn't I? Just
Purple
she had
Rain.
8.
Not with that roll, she wouldn't.
Should have played Sweet Caroline. Could have all bop together.
Bop, bop, bop.
Bunch
Are
of
you
hands just
asking
going,
for an encore? We'll do it.
I'll stand out this time, but I'll cheer. Give you
You just
encouragement.
sing ba ba ba. Try it.
Well, you can even say who.
All right,
who.
when do we say it?
Good.
When do we say it?
You'll know.
On the count of 3, I can't count that high.
I'll smack you when it's time.
Oh dear.
Well,
I'll give you one more try.
Okay, we're doing it. Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline.
Sweet
Caroline.
Same roll.
Everyone else says ba ba ba. I'm like 2 seconds like ba ba ba. Like
Yeah. Again, the hands are like.
We really got to work on that.
Yeah, they're just glows in the air doing this.
They do the polite poetry finger snaps.
I mean, it's like when we say our name, you know, we got to practice that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes practice.
Yeah. So after a long rest, I'm assuming. What do you guys do with the big treasure chest with all the gold in it?
Put it in the portable hole.
Okay.
Yep.
Figured as much.
Yep, I just
Put it
hauls
in
it.
the hole.
Yeah.
Shove it in the hole.
And then who takes the portable hole?
sure.
Who?
No,
Like you
no,
said.
no.
I did
No.
because you're joining the fun.
I can't believe I did that to myself.
I think Maggie should take it.
It's all good.
Okay. And then what do you do?
Well, I've entertained you all. I think we are ready to move on to the next task.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll open the door.
Okay.
Something about harps playing by themselves just makes me want to punch
I
stuff.
don't get angry, you know? We should fight! Right
Yeah,
now!
Not you. Something else.
Oh.
What does your tattoo look like right now?
Like a normal chicken foot.
Don't you want to see it change?
It changes?
Changes from this to this. I'm just kidding.
That was amazing!
You have the claws go up your fingers, and you're like, oh, it goes like this.
All right. So as you
Nothing like cute bum cheeks.
open the door, we get to come back in on you saying nothing like cute bum cheeks. By the way.
That was me opening the door really slow.
I appreciate cute bum cheeks.
Yeah. Who done?
Don't we all?
So long as they're not called dumpers. Sorry.
What?
We're gonna have to restart here. But so I heard a song the other day where a guy, like the rapper on the song, referred to it at. He said he's a big bag hunter. She says she got a big dumper, and I'm like, do not call it a dumper. Like a dump truck, I get because you back it up, haha, whatever. Even that's a little weird. But a dumper, you're referring to a pooper. like that's it. It's just scat humor.
Well, it just rhymed, okay?
Yeah,
He needed
and it's
something
She's like,
to rhyme.
what rhymes?
What sounds like a butt,
Hunter,
but rhymes with
hunter,
hunter? Dumper.
her, dumper.
So that is my new least favorite word. As the door creaks open, the rest of the room around you dissolves away, revealing just a regular hallway, much like the other towers have been.
So like the room of rest itself? is also
Yep.
Okay.
Whoa. And you are once again in the
I
quiet
survey
halls.
my surroundings, just turning my head slowly, exorcist style,
Yeah.
looking around the room.
Perfect.
That is disturbing.
Well, my eyes don't turn. You notice that? Like my head has to.
Is that why you shake it a lot while you're raging? So you can see everything?
Yes, yeah, exactly. So I can see everything. That's why his rage is just going.
Yeah. Constant spirals. Oh, gosh. That's horrifying.
Extra intimidation factor.
This would make you a bit dizzy.
Well, I guess so.
All right.
All right.
What kind of creature is in this room?
The dogs didn't fade away. The puppies
they're
are
just
still
floating in the
running
void?
Yep.
Look, void dogs.
Boy, dog.
No, those are different. We don't want those.
Turn it into a monster.
Yep.
Sweeping in here.
Wayward Watch is fighting that next.
Yep.
Sweeper, no sweeping.
The two gloved hands like lift up the room and just like float away.
It stopped.
Okay. So there is a hallway before you. If you turn around and look behind you, you'll see just another door that looks like it's the door that leads back to the wind room.
The dogs are behind. We should put him in the portable home. Bring him with us.
I think we should just go forward.
Who doesn't know that?
Hey, the path twists and turns as you move forward, turning from angular kind of normal hallway corners, that sort of thing, into a more serpentine pattern until the area opens up into sort of a cavernous area.
How is there a cave in the tower? It's magic. It's crazy.
It's hurting my brain.
And it's sort of this big, expansive cavern with a lot of stalactites and stalagmites. And there is, in the center of the room, there is a large funnel of water that is just pouring constantly. And around that funnel of water are 4 statue heads that they appear to be on kind of rocking mechanisms. And there is one of a snake, there is one of a frog, there is one of a crocodile, and there is one of a rat.
Is this like a big pool of water then?
Yep. Well, so it's kind of like spots of water, like ponds with like area around it. And then in front of you is another sign, and it says, "Don't you choke, but the statues can." I would suggest the left side.
Is this it's a round room?
It is kind of a cavernous, with the little bumps and curves and everything on it.
I mean, this room makes me hungry. I don't know about you guys. I eat snakes. I eat rats.
Okay, what
I eat
about
frogs.
this? The snake ate the rats.
Like, there was
What?
an old woman.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
that like that. The crocodile's the end, right?
Mhm,
Eats
mhm.
at everything. But
Yeah,
what did
yeah,
the rat eat?
The frog?
The
Oh, the
dead
frog could eat the
crocodile.
rat.
Frogs don't eat rats.
Big frogs do.
Does it go rat, frog, snake, crocodile?
I think the rat eats the crocodile when he dies, and then I eat the rat. I'm at the top.
You in this chain, you're just above the rat.
Well, yeah, he's my food. Why wouldn't I? I wouldn't be
Everything
below him
else
when I'm
would
trying to eat him.
you.
I'll eat the snake. Watch. I'll go try and eat the statue.
Snake statue. So who starts wandering through the cavern?
And when he
do
walks
you go straight through the pools or do you go around them?
How deep is it?
It's not too deep. Like maybe about. I guess. I'm sorry. I'm speaking to the little hopes here. It's like a foot deep.
Ooh, it's
Alright.
like the
Wet
deep
owl?
end of the pool.
This is wet owl time, so I'm gonna hit him.
Yes.
Nothing happens
Mine-
as
I'm
he
just like-
goes through the water.
Barely.
I thought you were like,
kicking his
aren't you
way
like
through.
3 feet tall?
Yeah, I'm 3'7".
Yeah.
And you get to the snake statue and start pecking at it. I have no idea what check to roll. Nothing happens though. Give me an athletics check.
See if I
to
can break
if
off
you
just
can
even a
break off
small piece. That's what I like to see. That's 8, 9, 12, 22.
20. You do break off a small chunk of the.
And I will
statue.
forcibly swallow that chunk of the statue. Like, see what I tell you.
Oh, he's gonna hack that up later.
Ooh, that's
You
not
wanna
what
see it on the
really-
alligator
I'm
too?
really questioning why I'm part of this group.
You do seem like you'd fit in with someone else.
Yeah.
A bit better.
Anyways,
Well, I guess let's. I'm gonna go up to the statue, and I'm not gonna avoid the water.
I'm not
here,
even
'cause
offended. I just
I'm
agree.
not.
Sorry.
all right.
What are you doing now, Cilin?
I'm gonna walk up to one of the statues and not avoid the water either, because I don't care about getting wet.
I get out
Okay.
and start preening to get the water off.
Yeah, I mean, you just step right
So it
through.
don't look like a
it's
thumbnail?
it's like home, Well, I mean, as home as anything gets these days.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, you arrive at the statues in short order.
Can I take a look at them and see if there's anything special about them? Do they have open mouths or anything like
So each statue does have its mouth open, and it is on a rocking mechanism. So you can tilt it forward into the water or pull it back away from the water.
that? Are they all the same size, different sizes?
They are all the same size.
Do you need me to move something?
I think we should tip the rat in first.
Okay.
Should we try
What
splashing some water on it first? Just to see what happens?
So I'm assuming they can go into the water.
Yes, they
Nice.
can go into the water.
So it talked about drowning.
I thought I talked about choking.
Well,
said-
choking. Sorry.
It said they can choke, but you shouldn't.
Yeah.
And then it also said I would recommend the left side.
What's on the
When
left?
they say they don't want to choke.
They're not.
Who's
I
over
thought
there
they were in
trying
a
to
circle.
regurgitate the stone?
They are. Yeah. There's 4 in a circle.
The left side? There could be any one of them.
From when we walked in, was there one that was in particular on the left?
Yeah, the snake was on the left.
Should we do the snake? Let's
Yeah,
tip
why not?
the snake. I'll tip the snake in. Start filling it up.
Okay. So you tip the snake in. It starts filling. You see the eyes start to crack and open a little bit. And yeah, it just starts drinking as much of the water as it can. And as it does, you feel kind of a rumble beneath your feet. And then the snake head snaps closed and kind of shakes itself. And you see these frills burst out from it, and the stone kind of fade away. And as it pulls itself back and up, it also rips the rest of its body out, and you see that it's not actually a snake-like body, but it is 2 more snake-like heads and a pair of legs. And we're going to go ahead and get into combat as all 3 heads let out a massive roar.
Which one did I damage?
The snake one.
You damaged the statue.
Oh, dang. Do I have Hydra
Broke
in
off
me?
a
Do I,
piece.
have I like
You,
a part of
you
Hydra?
ripped a
I
small
am,
chunk
like,
off its neck, and there's
top of
tiny
the
little
food
Hydra
chain.
head coming out of it. It just itty
Yeah.
bitty,
Yep.
like almost like a tumor, right?
It's like when you shave
It's not
a
a tumor.
hydra, it just grows like extra little tiny hydra bristles.
Ew,
Yeah.
that's so gross.
So as you zoom
What do you
in, the
think
further
Medusa's made?
tiny hydras.
What do you think she has to do to shave her legs or anything? Her hair is snakes.
I saw.
so horrifying to think about.
All right, let's go ahead and reveal the battle map here and see what you guys are up against.
We're screwed.
You know what they
And-
say, you can
What
lead a
took
snake
me
to
up?
water.
But you can't teach it to drink because it'll grow 2 extra heads.
Uh-huh.
That is a standard Salsport saying right there.
See?
Yep. All right,
It's like gremlins, don't feed them after a minute.
exactly. Do this fine.
Technically, it's always happening.
That's fair. So you can't get the snake to drink between the hours of 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. Otherwise this happens. We were in the wrong place.
What did the sign say again?
The
As we walked in.
sign said, "You shouldn't choke, but they can." I recommend the left side.
That drip sounded like something happening in the bathroom.
Something coming out of a dumper.
Plorp.
Okay, I made a mistake, guys. There are 5 heads on this Hydra, not 3.
Oh no. I count 6.
Well, 6 if you count the tiny one that Who made. All right, let's go ahead and get initiatives.
That's just one on the
here.
back. He doesn't do anything.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Oh crap!
I rolled so bad.
I rolled a natural 1. So.
Oh, I have
I
advantage
rolled
on
a 10.
initiative. Advantage on initiative.
And you have advantage on initiative as well.
Yeah.
22 for
I rolled a
Cilin.
2 and then a 1.
Maggie,
We're gals.
5.
5. Gwen,
5.
5. Who?
Dice jail. That was a 2.
2.
Actually, +1.
3. Wow.
We got the bad rolls out of the way.
Yep, that's
Sure.
exactly right.
That's
Surprised
exactly what
us with
happened.
its decision.
Yes. It's not a true surprise, it's just you rolled low on initiative. So we're going to go ahead and start tonight with Cilin, who just awoke into Hydra. I think you might have an idea of what a Hydra is, so you can call it by name. If you want extra information, you can probably roll for something.
Yeah, would that take an action?
I would consider a bonus action to kind of search for information.
Is this like your brother or something?
All I know is don't cut the heads off, more appear, and I'm going to stab. Can I, do I get sneak attack? Since on this?
Is it within 5 feet of an ally?
Not really. I guess.
That head.
And the head technically is, but
It is a 3x3 base technically, so probably not. We'll say no.
then I'll just
Not yet.
do a.
Until I get on its back and I'm gonna ride the Hydra.
Well, that's what. Okay,
Idiot?
I can't be
Of
surprised. So this is not. This
Right,
there's no
a Hydra.
surprise.
It's not a surprise round. No.
It's
Alright,
like
so
Mando,
just-
except instead of a mythosaur, it's a Hydra.
24.
24 will hit.
Forget the Rancor.
For 5 piercing damage. It's magical.
5 piercing damage. Okay.
Do not stab it in the throat. I stab it in the chest.
Stabby.
And then I use my bonus action to disengage, so I can move away.
Okay.
20, 25, 30.
Perfect.
Right here behind the rock.
All right. Yep. So you slash it across the front. It lets out a 5-headed shriek, and then you back away.
And one tiny little 6-head shriek.
Yep. And then it is its turn. It is going to charge for Cilin, the one that attacked it. It's going to. It has. What does this reach? 10 feet. It's going to get within 10 feet of you before biting down. Probably right there.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to go ahead and give you a partial cover, so a +2 bonus on all of these attacks because you are behind a rock. And here come 5 attacks. 1 for each of them.
His goal is to kill me in every single game.
It's true. It's true. I hate my brother.
You heard it here,
First.
folks.
So there is one
Thumbs up if you hate your brother.
Bum, 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 bum.
skull and crossbones if you hate it.
I totally hate
So
my
there
brother.
is one crit. We'll get to that in a moment here. The lowest is a 12.
Did you just
That
hate
doesn't
your
hit
sisters?
me.
No,
The next
I said
lowest is
brother.
an 18.
That does it.
Okay, so 4 hits and 1 crit.
Oh no.
So go ahead and take.
Oh.
Let's see.
It was like we barely got to know you. And then you just
Alas,
You've only had 2 episodes.
I knew
of
him
me.
well.
disappeared.
Can I have your toes for my necklace?
No.
Do otters
about
have toes? They just have like.
Yeah, they have little tiny
What about
toes.
your teeth?
I should have taken the time. I otter. I'm
Same-
trying to think of an otter pun and it's not working.
PB&J Otter.
I had like 5, and then every time I would start
I
talking, they're like,
otter-
"You're gone." I otter know you better. Yes, got one.
So Cilin crouches down behind this rock, and these Hydra heads start snapping. You dodge the first one, but then like the rest of them are like in a tangle, and they start like biting and starting to tear you apart.
I get 1 good punch in on the tiny one.
Yes, it dies, and 2 more tiny ones. Take 30 total piercing damage.
Ow!
Ouch. That's half of my health.
I'm like,
That's most of my
little help, guys. Little help here.
Okay, and then it is Gwen's turn.
Okay.
Just Guenevere, can you
30 feet. Okay.
riders?
Am I within 30 feet?
I thought you had like 40.
I have
You're a
room.
monk.
That's bro.
I do, but for one of my actions I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna move right there. And then I'm gonna use Fist of the Unbroken Air. And as an action, I'm gonna spend 2 key points. And this creature needs to make a strength saving throw.
Okay,
DC 14.
it does not make it
Yes.
save.
On a failure, it takes 3d10
Roll
damage
really well.
as I bend air into a fist and punch one of its heads.
Okay,
Pew!
Bloop. The water plop.
That was its 2.
So that's going to be 19 damage.
19 total.
Then I'm going to push the creature up to 20 feet away and knock it prone.
Okay.
So I'll go
Yeah.
like right where that rock's in the way.
You
That's
can
only
you can push
10.
it over that.
And then just.
Okay.
It's prone.
Yeah, so
So I'm within 5 feet.
Gwen full on like rears back and just like woof, sends this fist of air out. It causes the Hydra to fall over and collapse, and kind of rings this bell a little bit. Yeah, good job.
Gwen,
All right.
you really don't belong with us. That was
I
amazing.
guess I have a bonus action, right? What can I do with the bonus action?
This is why I wanted to fight her this whole time.
So I move 5, 10, 15, 20, 35, 40. Would get me close enough to hit it again, I think.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll
You
just
can-
do an unarmed
strike?
an armed strike.
Jumps in the air and
9.
Bicycle.
Oh wait, it's prone, right? Do I get
yeah,
advantage?
you'd get advantage.
Okay. So crit.
Nice.
Yes. Too bad I didn't crit on.
why am I the tank?
Oh, wait. Okay, so so that's gonna be 7 punching damage.
7 punching damage. Yeah, so you knock it over and you come rushing in, and one of the heads like lashes out to snap at you, and you just do kind of a frontward kick and bring your heel down on the snout, and you hear a sickening crack, and that head falls limp.
Woohoo!
I forgot. Add 6 to that because I forgot my.
Extra 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 6.
Okay.
Gwen!
Dang, that was sweet. Okay, who? Do better.
Remember, ignore the heads.
Are you implying something? Are you saying I'm not
I'm
doing
saying
my best?
do better than me.
He's implying that
You're-
you're not very good.
You'd like to one
Well, I
up.
don't want to do better than you.
So
because
one
then,
up.
look, then when I fight you, it's not going to be fun.
It is Maggie's turn, though.
It's just like yeah.
So we're gonna try something crazy.
Do it.
Do it crazy.
That's the best part about bars.
We're gonna use our decanter of endless water,
Okay.
and
Waterbend.
she's gonna aim it for one of the heads and try and drown one of them.
Okay.
Geyser.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got your geyser
She'll
setting,
say-
right?
Guys are away!
So this is an orb, as a reminder.
She's holding it like
She
this.
is holding it like this still. Yeah.
Guys are away!
Maybe you got it affixed to like a crossbow or something
It
like
is.
that. Yep, perfect. So go ahead and
It's like bailing
It's
twine.
a strength
It's
saving
just
throw.
bailing twine.
strength saving throw. Because you're specifically trying to drown it like some sort of perverted clown game.
I do just.
We'll make it a Constitution saving throw instead.
It is
Let's
30
get the
gallons
balloon
of
in
water.
It does not make it save. So go ahead and roll damage. And it is effectively drowning for as long as you maintain on this, so it'll start like taking damage.
Sweet. It's only 1d4 bludgeoning damage.
Pew!
One.
So it takes 1 damage,
1 drowning damage.
but it is drowning right now, so
So
it
now
has to
it'll have to
make
con
save,
save,
yeah, or fall unconscious, or the head will fall unconscious.
Sweet.
Okay.
And she'll say, "Who? Try and outdo Gwen over there." And she'll give you bardic inspiration.
Okay, so that's D6 right now.
D8.
D8. Excellent. And that's on attacks.
Ability, check, attack, roll, saving throw.
Okay. And then it is
and
his
that
turn.
will be my turn.
Question.
Yes.
Who's going to holding his great axe and holding his thing? Does this place smell like a fish? And does that have an innate swimming speed?
So this thing does have a swimming speed. This place does smell like fish,
Okay.
but the Trident of Fish Control only works on beasts with an innate swimming speed, and the Hydra is unfortunately a monstrosity.
Okay.
So
So
it is not a naturally occurring creature, unfortunately.
he'll kind of lick his chops for a second and say, "This is gonna make a great dinner." And he's gonna go into a rage for his bonus action.
Okay.
The dog.
He's watching.
He's gonna get it. And then I'm going to make an attack with my great axe. So that's a 9.
Just a regular, not a reckless. Oh, you have advantage because he's prone.
Oh, you're right. Let's roll that first. That's a 5. The last one was a 9. It's going to be 13 with the whatever, and I'll just add an epic dice, so that's going to be 19.
19 will hit.
Okay, so that moves that way. And then I'm going to attack.
Actually, you keep that. I like your creative
Thank you.
decanter of endless water. I thought it did more than a D4. It's a
No.
little disappointing.
There it is.
So cool.
We're gonna
Such
drown
good
that
build-up.
head though.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be 9 total damage with the great axe.
And that's. Did you add your rage bonus into that? Because it doesn't. add it.
No, so that is 10, 11 with the rage bonus.
Okay.
And then for my second attack, and it's with advantage, that's an 8 and an 11, so that's going to be 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
And we'll roll that again. It's 10, 11, 12. 12 damage for the second one.
Okay.
And that's, I'm just basically going to be hitting it from behind.
Yeah. Miraculously, like, the heads are everywhere, right? You're always facing down against one of these Hydra heads. They're constantly, like, weaving in and out. So it's easier to hit a head or a neck than it is to hit the body. But who manages it? Who manages to slip in under and just, like, start hacking away at the side of this creature?
I'm like
and
she-lobbing out
gouts
from
of
underneath.
blood. Yeah. Okay. And then back to the top of the round, Cilin. How you doing, bud?
And no one came to help you.
Good.
No one came to help.
Everybody did, technically.
Sorry.
Can somebody look up the rules for drowning for me, please?
Yeah.
Not good.
Do I try to heal or do I attack? The age-old question.
Heal yourself.
Elsa?
We're dying to keep you.
Yeah, I'll take an action. Potion of healing.
Anna.
Potion of healing.
Okay. Full action?
Yep.
Hey, 2d4 plus 4, whatever it is.
Yep. Plus
Max.
2. So 8 or 10
8,
damage.
10.
10 healing. Sorry, not 10 damage.
Healing
It's like you're
damage.
giving yourself damage. They are potions of questionable.
Yeah.
Well, I already used that one. I had another one in my
okay.
bag. And then I'm going to bonus action to disengage again.
Okay.
Oh.
What?
Nope, never mind. He ended within 10 feet of me, not 5. Because I have the skirmisher feat. I can move up to half my speed away as a reaction. Okay, I'm going to disengage and... Back here.
Yeah. So Cilin pops the cork on a potion, grabs it with his lips, and tilts it back as he starts full sprinting over the rock. And gets out of the way. Cool. The Hydra's turn.
Oh no!
So, Gwen, as you watch the head that you broke starts wriggling and 2 heads burst out of it. So now it has 6 heads.
What have I done?
I said stay away from the heads.
It's hard to do.
So a creature may hold its breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus its con modifier. Minimum of 30 seconds.
Okay, so
when you run out of breath, you survive a number of
So you
rounds
have
including con
0 con? Is that what we're saying? What we're seeing here? Maggie could only hold her breath for 1 minute.
Yes, not even that. I don't think. I started counting, but then I got a little
Lightheaded.
and I stopped counting.
So we're gonna do 3 attacks on
I
each.
should have uncanny dodged. Dang it.
So you will
Oh yeah, that would have reduced
survive up to one
one of
round
them by
after
half.
you start drowning.
So
Okay.
we're gonna do 3 attacks each, 1 on who, or 3 on who, and 3 on Gwen. Now, one of them is currently getting a face full of water. So which one is it? Is it one that's attacking Gwen, or is it one that's attacking?
When that's attacking Gwen.
Okay, so
'Cause
that
I'm
one of your attacks will be a
facing that way.
disadvantage.
All right.
So we'll do those first. Disadvantage one is a 15 to hit.
Oh, barely misses.
Okay,
Yes.
and then the other 2 attacks, we've got a 17
Hits.
and a crit.
Oh boy.
Do you have uncanny dodge? Or a monk equivalent?
What's
Is
the
there one?
monk thing?
No.
Gentle fists. I don't know.
I've got.
You can use a key point to do something.
Step of the wind. It just lets me disengage or dash.
I don't like when you do this. When you remember something.
Yeah, I forgot to give Cilin like 20 damage there, so I'm taking a couple epic dice in exchange.
No, I think you put him back because I forgot to do uncanny dodge. So
Ooh.
I'll put one of them back.
Ooh. Brother versus brother.
Who will win? So the first attack, the regular attack is 7 piercing damage.
who's gonna win? Nice.
Nice.
always win! And the other one is 12 piercing damage. As 2 of the heads basically grab you and start like tugging you back and forth. The 2 that sprung out
Ripping
of the
her
one.
shirt even shorter.
Yep.
Pretty soon I'm just gonna be topless.
Topless Gwen.
Skin.
And then we've got 3
That's my
attacks
stage name.
on you. Who?
It's not very inventive, but okay.
Hey, I didn't come up with my stage name.
Aren't you
The
supposed to-
MC
it's like-
just was like, and
like-
now it's Topless Gwen. It's like I am wearing a shirt.
There's also another,
They're like, we know.
topless.
But we want you to be Topless Gwen. You're
There's
supposed
a-
to take like the name of the street you grew up on,
I grew up on Topless Boulevard.
and then something else I can't remember. Oh, the name of your first pet.
Was also Gwen.
Yeah, I was named after the dog.
Topless
I
So,
love the dog so
Quite a
much.
place to live.
oh, sorry. I should also say that the Hydra started its turn by spending movement to right itself.
Okay,
Got
so
it.
it's no longer prone.
Yeah, it is no longer broken.
Gotcha.
That
Cool.
was a mistake on my
Good
part.
round.
But
Did
the
everybody
Hydra-
roll with advantage when they attacked? Yeah, I hope so.
Yes.
And then we've got the lowest against who
Okay.
is a
None of these are dex saves,
15.
right?
No, this is an attack roll. 15 against your AC.
That hits.
Okay, so all 3 of them are going to hit.
Oh no.
Let's go!
It's fine. He's a barbarian.
My head's going.
Basically, take your HP and double it, and that's your score.
There's also another topless.
31
Gwen that's
total
just
piercing
the
damage.
legs.
That's half
of the
or not
zombie.
half?
That's not.
Oh.
Okay, so that's going to be 15.
But it can only do the whole leg.
Dun, dun,
It just does the
cricket.
can.
Da, 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 da.
And then the Hydra is going to. It's going to move around using the last bit of its movement. It's going to move away from Gwen and kind of like snake around to kind of get a better position on who. There.
Do I get an opportunity to attack?
Come here, boy.
Bam! Crit!
All right.
Yes.
Too bad it's not that great. It's a D6. So that's 10. 17 damage.
17 damage on an
Wham!
opportunity attack is pretty great.
All right, Gwen, you ready? Who's on first? You're on whatever the number comes after first.
You can't count to 3, remember?
No. You're next.
What? It's on.
Who next?
Gwen, it's actually your turn.
What? Okay. I'll run up. We're the dumbest party. And then I will do some attacks.
Bunch of himbos.
18 to hit.
Even though half of you are 18 will hit.
For
Herbos.
9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
And I'll hit him again. That one's going to be 11
11
to hit.
will miss.
Okay. And then I will spend a key point and do 2 unarmed.
Okay.
So I'll just roll both of them. So that is a 16 and a 18.
Both of those will hit.
Okay. So that's going to be 15 damage.
15 damage. Okay.
Right in his kidney.
You take very special care this time to avoid the heads.
Yeah.
There's a moment where you are like bringing a punch in and you realize that you are punching down on like a pressure point that probably would like collapse one of the heads or break that neck again, and you pull back just in time, and instead you just deliver 2 quick strikes against its back thigh, and it lets out a chorus of shrieks.
Trying to punch it in the butt.
Yeah.
All right.
Right in the crack.
You trying to massage it or you trying to kill it?
Okay. Who next? Even though it's not your turn.
Maggie.
Have you guys
He
ever
starts to
listened
go, and then
that?
someone else hits.
Maggie,
and
are
he's
you
just
going to
like,
continue the decanter spray?
We're doing it, yeah.
Just keep your
All right,
rage
go,
flowing.
I guess we'll do another Constitution saving throw here.
No.
That one head's just like,
It does manage to make the Constitution saving throw this time.
It's gonna have
so
a crazy burp later.
It will not. It
I
will not
will
take any
recover
damage, but you are still providing disadvantage on one of its attacks as it's like spraying in the eye and the thing's like trying to thrash and get away. Yeah, that's it. Unless you have something else you'd like to do.
No.
Okay, I love it. I love it. I don't care.
What are
That's awesome.
What are the grappling rules based on size?
You can't grapple something one size larger is your max.
Dang it, so he's huge, right?
He's huge.
Yeah,
definitely
you
can't grapple him.
You can't.
You couldn't even grab him if he was large because he was small.
Yeah.
So what would you like to do? Who?
Wait, hold on. Actually, because this bear path.
We've had this Hydra
Carrying
for a
capacity is doubled. You have advantage on strength
while. We've had this
checks.
Hydra for a while.
Made to push both. No, so that doesn't change the size stuff. Okay. Just make another attack. It's going to be 7 plus my 8, I believe. So that's going to be 15. To hit.
15 will hit.
And then I'll just roll my second attack same time. That was cocked. Can I do a reckless attack?
Yeah.
And the first one was outside the box.
Oh, I'm sorry. The water stops pouring out at the start of your next turn.
Oh, does it say that you can start using it again, or
That's right.
I can.
if you want to, you can just we can say
keep
that you're
refreshing
just
it.
maintaining it and
Okay.
doing the action.
Just
again.
making sure.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, dirty 20 for the second one.
Dirty 20 will hit.
how far away does it have to be?
That's cocked. 8. First roll's an 8. Second roll's a 4. So that's going to be 12 plus
Maybe she
10,
moved up a little.
22 plus 4. Wait, is it per? Yes, 22. So that's going to be 26 total.
26 total damage, and that's from both attacks.
That's from both attacks.
Okay. Yeah. So this thing is you start telling Gwen not to like give it a massage,
I'm
and
gonna
one
go
of the
first.
heads comes around and tries to snap at you, and you instinctively chop it off and slice right through it.
No!
I call the teeth! The mine!
Don't cut the heads off!
Who?
Okay.
You
Ooh!
bird brain.
It wasn't me!
Cilin.
Who was it then? Who?
You?
Who?
How?
Me?
Where?
You! We suck at fighting.
I'm going to run up to it. And I'm going to attack.
Feeling sufficiently refreshed, Cilin pulls out his daggers.
Not that. It's more if I don't do something, we're all going to die.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't
you
help.
got
Just who?
stupid Maggie over there, just like we're sticking with it. Come on, baby.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, that will hit, yes.
And again.
Actually, you know what? I like this. Every turn, I'll give you an epic die. What are you doing?
Of a
This
pile.
is just because of
Oh,
my
this
sneak
is
attack.
sneak attack dice. I'm like, what the heck? You can't steal epic dice from me. That's
He's like, I'm your
ridiculous.
brother. I can't do it.
Brother versus brother.
That's the thing
He's
now.
like, this is called rent control.
19 for 23 damage.
23 damage. Okay.
I'm going to keep those. Not to use as epic die, I promise.
You need to hand them back, or else you'll forget that they're not epic.
No,
die.
they're up here for a reason.
Okay.
They're in the sneak box.
So you give it a good slice. Do you want to do a bonus action attack as well?
Let's see, what does dodge give me?
One of us needs to summon our Patronus. It's going to be.
So,
Ooh.
oh, Darian.
Or one of the Wayward Watch.
No, I'll
My Patronus is Sarah.
Yes, that's who I want my Patronus to be.
I'll take my
He's just like birthing
bonus
again,
action
just
to
like
dodge.
"Rah," out of the little.
I
dagger
don't
bag.
think you can.
I thought I could do.
No,
honestly,
it's
not.
it's disengage, dash,
hide.
or hide. Yeah.
There's so
You-
much giving
as a
birth
monk, you can take
in
a
our
dodge
campaign.
action as a bonus action with a
The
key
birthing
point.
portal is last
Yeah.
time.
Get a breathing portal.
Yep.
Ceradon has given birth.
What would hiding involve? Would I have to be near something?
You
or-
technically would have to be somewhere where I couldn't see you
Okay.
in order to start hiding.
Like Andre?
In that
You
case,
could probably roll with disadvantage here because this is a massive tangle of heads and everything. There might be like a small puddle around that you might be able to like dive into if you'd like.
Nothing worse than a tangle of heads.
You could use like under the water, use the ripples of the waters to.
Yeah. Is
Like,
there a,
because
yeah, I
this
guess
thing's
is
thrashing
there,
around. It's
is there a puddle right next to me? Because I don't have any more movement.
Yep, we'll say that there's always a
Okay, so I'll
puddle
use
right
my
next to you.
bonus action to.
Not like
because
it's
you
a
had
hide.
an accident.
So disadvantage stealth.
yeah, give me a disadvantage.
I go dive in the puddle and it's only halfway up. And I'm like, okay, guys, I'm good.
your backpack's like floats to the top.
One of the stealth.
Yeah.
17.
Okay, so I'll just roll a perception check now. Oh, good.
Is it very perceptive because it has so many heads?
It does have a good perception on it, yes. Okay, anything else? I think that's it.
That's it. That's all I can do. Yeah.
Okay, the Hydra goes next. The head that Who chopped off grows into another head.
Not two.
Or sorry, yeah, 2. You're right. So that's a total of 7 heads now.
Guys, I think you shouldn't cut the heads off.
And all of them, all like the creature has been thrashing around and it just stops. And all 7 heads just like rear up and look at Who, and they just start striking down at you.
If you're gonna eat me, swallow me whole.
So I can attack you from the inside.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so we've got.
and then regurgitate you. That's the owl way.
What is your 18 or your AC?
13?
13. Okay, so that's 1 hit.
Wait, let me make sure that.
Oh, sorry, he has advantage on all of these because you attacked recklessly.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. So.
Goodbye, Who.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Goodbye, the rest
So
of us.
I'm just going to.
Goodbye,
Scott, would
tower.
you just count on your fingers hits and misses for me?
Sure.
Okay. So that's 1 hit.
Yeah, that's with my honor.
That's right, I got a
Two
trick up
hits.
the sleeve. Takes 2 actions to do. 2 turns.
A crit.
Oh! This thing crits a lot.
We're not doing crit rules, right?
It is. No, well, we're doing.
For not monsters don't get it.
Yeah, monsters
Okay.
don't do it because. Yeah. A 16 hits, so that's another hit. That's a miss. And a hit. Is that 7 total?
That's 6.
So at this
6.
point,
Did you count the crit on your hand? Okay.
Who, true to his background, is trying to
Could've said no.
inspire his spectators, and he takes both of his stuff, and he just goes,
And another hit.
"Come at me! Come at me!"
So 5 hits and a crit.
5 hits and a crit.
5 hits and a crit.
Yeah,
and 1
they
O.
Moving
definitely
company.
come at you. All right, so I am not going to have the damage. I'll let you do that. You might want to write these down because there's going to be. We've got a 14 piercing damage.
Yep.
7 piercing damage.
7.
21 or 23.
An 11.
21. 42.
15.
47.
That's 4. Another 15, 5, and then the 6th attack, which is the crit.
62.
17 piercing damage. This thing just starts chomping
79.
away at who, and just like starting to like bite him. You guys just watch as
You're
like
gonna
Yeah, so it's going to be...
of heads just chewing him up, and then they pull
Are
back,
you still alive?
and who is still standing?
Yeah, it was
If
40.
my calculations are correct.
79 divided by 2.
79 divided by 2, 40. Yep.
Exactly.
So
It's gonna
who
be
is
a
still
highlight.
standing? He is covered in blood
Sure, easy math.
and rage, but he
Blood
is
and
still.
rage.
Actually, it would be 39.
What
This
color is
monster's
the-
technically
is
round
the
down.
rage?
Yeah.
That's true.
39 damage.
Well, on that 1 hit point, I might survive by later.
Yeah.
Yeah, add it back.
Is that all you got? I went Scottish.
Yeah. And then it is
I'm so mad I went Scottish.
Gwen. This is your turn.
got?
Oh, crap.
Anyone else?
Okay,
Poop
I'm
their
going to use
pants a
my
little bit.
Child of the Wood feature, and I'm going to cast Spike Growth behind it.
Oh.
And a 20 foot, so only it is getting hit.
Okay.
Is it lily pad?
So when a creature moves into the area, or which I guess would be
Flowers.
now, takes
It's
2d4
beautiful.
piercing damage.
Does it say move in or start its turn
It's
there?
just a scenario point, blah, blah, blah. The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet. So I don't think that means it's taking, because it didn't move into it technically,
Let me find out.
which is fine.
What is it?
Then a
10
hero
foot?
20
comes along.
20 foot
Thanks, Gwen.
radius.
With the strength to carry on.
He starts swaying. He's like, no, I gotta stay mad.
Have to find you some dust or something to bathe in to get all that blood off and the rage.
I would say that it has to move while within
Okay.
the spike growth, just
Yeah.
because like it grows around it.
Yep, sure.
Just I think it's because giving
Perfect.
you an attack that would automatically just deal damage, like
Sure.
on top of a bunch of other stuff, is a little odd. Like magic missile deals damage and that's all it does.
Yeah.
Right. So
Okay,
Yeah.
so I've cast that, so I can't do that
Okay.
for
So by
another
the way-
long rest.
and is that a bonus or
Can I interrupt here real quick?
It's just an action.
So it ended its turn within 5 feet of me,
yes?
so I can use my reaction to move away from it.
Okay.
Up to half my speed.
Alright.
So I'm going to do that.
Without provoking, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. So I drop Spike Growth. That is my Child of the Wood feature, which is basically you can cast once per long rest.
Okay.
She was
So-
in those woods for a very long time
Yep.
and never
Cast
saw
that.
anyone else.
I'm assuming that's an action to cast.
Yeah.
And then I will bonus action unarmed strike it.
So does spike growth do anything like incapacitate or
No,
It's
grapple
different
or
terrain.
It's difficult terrain and it takes damage when it
As
moves.
it moves.
And I happen to be able to do that. So that will be what's my? I don't remember. Okay, so 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Okay, for 10 punching damage.
10 punches.
Bam! And then I'm gonna run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, all
Are
the way
you-
back.
You're not disengaging.
No, I'll just
It will
take
take
the.
an opportunity attack against you.
That's okay.
And that is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, so as like you smack it in the side and one of the heads flips around and snaps you for 15 damage as you run.
15.
Yep.
Whoa!
Holy smokes.
Ow! Okay. Alright, guys, I got this.
But it is now like the back half of it is in this tangle of thorns and vines. What is this power that Gwen has? How does it manifest? Because
We'll say she has on one of her arms like vines, like wrapping up like a tattoo,
Mhm.
and it just magically comes off of her arm and turns into that. And now she has no tattoos on that arm, and it's really
It's
weird.
not a
Cool.
bramble full of chicken feet.
No, that's the other hand.
it's just a bunch of like thorns, like
Yeah, there's the thorns are chicken feet.
No.
Alrighty, Maggie.
It's like
Miss
that
Cheeks.
frigid touch.
Miss Cheeks.
Miss Cheeks.
What?
I'm sorry. I forgot you were providing disadvantage. Here's an epic die for one of the attacks because
yeah.
one of the
right.
heads was still being drowned by Miss Cheeks.
We're still going with the drowning.
Okay. So another action spent just
No
aiming
heals?
the decanter, continuing like every 6 seconds you just go geyser. So here's
As
the
it starts to
epic die.
trickle off, guys are.
People
So-
watching
someone-
this are like, "You are so stupid. Why are you doing this?" It's
it's
not me.
fun.
It's Maggie
I'm
Bramblecheeks.
rolling. Save one.
And she'll say, "Gwen, you're doing fantastic. I'm actually quite jealous of your skills and those tattoos. Bardic inspiration."
Nice.
Sorry, I always think like at the end there she says bardic inspiration.
She does. She does. Bardic inspiration. Do you feel inspired?
With
Because
jazz hands.
Totally.
Just so you also know, it made its Constitution save against the drowning that turn. So
of course it did.
who?
What?
It is your turn.
When?
Where?
Why?
How about you take your turn?
I would like to. The one that's drowning, can I headbutt it in the gullet so that it makes disadvantage? Like, if I'm successful in hitting it, could I give it disadvantage on its next
You want to?
drowning save?
Yeah, you want to like use an attack to basically impose disadvantage on.
Yeah, I just want to like boom, like
Sure.
headbutt it as I'm seeing like
We're all
this
gonna
gullet
die.
of water to like force it down into
Sure.
its lungs or something. So that is what would I just use my hit DC?
Yeah, just roll an attack against it.
So that's going to be dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah, so you kind of like flap your wings a little bit, shoot up, and smash into the throat, and that thing starts like choking. And as it does, it's like choking on the water even more.
Choke on
We'll
that.
go ahead and say that it does another saving throw with disadvantage. Rolled a natural 1. So why don't you go ahead and give me that 1d4 damage for that?
Yeah.
It doesn't increase every
2.
round.
2.
Well, increase damage from 1
Yes.
to 2.
It did.
Okay.
And then your second attack, sir.
My second attack. I'm gonna use my great axe to try and come down and hit its toe.
Okay.
That's going to be a 15 to hit.
15 will hit.
Okay. And
I
I'm
think
gonna,
I might force Colby to watch this episode just so he can
You
experience
can
this
cringe
fight.
so much.
So that is I rolled a 12. I'm rolling my epic die with that, so that's an additional 4. That's
You're gonna
16,
Sit
17,
him in a
18.
chair and
18 will hit.
18
take his
total.
eyelids
Sorry,
open.
18
make
damage.
him watch.
Oh, 18 damage.
Okay, Cory.
Yes.
So, to get damage in this, is it if it willingly moves?
No, it's just if it moves.
Because if it fails, it can be moved 15 feet away from me. Or it can be knocked prone.
Okay.
15 feet away.
I think can it be both?
You have to
Oh, no, that
choose.
was yours.
You're pushing
Yours
against-
does the push and prone.
You can push
Push
it.
it.
On one of
So-
one of my.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wind would. Yep.
Here's an interesting situation of me giving another attack with the decanter because of his attack. I'm going to allow it. So go ahead and move it. Is it for every 5 feet? it
Every
takes?
5 feet
5
is 2d4.
Okay. So go ahead and roll 6d4 damage as the decanter, like full on, like as soon as you see
2
who
fours so
smash into it, you just start shouting. You start singing geyser.
So we're
So
far. We're
that's
at 16.
16.
don't go chasing
waterfalls.
21. She's like shooting him in the face.
Okay, and like you just full on just douse it in
Yes,
water. It
she is
flies
singing
into
that.
the spike growth and starts like thrashing about. There is just blood everywhere seeping out from under it, and one of like the heads like all come out and let out a final, and then collapse.
Yes!
Come back here!
Teamwork makes the dream work.
I'm not done with you yet!
I go, that looks like a good idea, and then I'm gonna fall backwards into a puddle.
I'm just kind of float.
Yep.
So through creative tendencies, you guys have beaten the Hydra. And now the other 3 stone heads, actually all 4, the snake one will appear again, all come back up out of the ground from where they sunk into.
No!
Alright. So,
Let's not.
I think we should go back to the running theory of. What did we say?
Should I fight each of the heads now?
I think someone smarter than me needs to look at the tablet.
I think we should go.
Does that have something to do with it?
I'll have a look at it.
Kilbix did say that all of the puzzles in the tower, or that was the key to all of the puzzles in the tower.
Who will grab the tablet,
Something
looking at
about
it
the
upside down?
left. To the left. The
somebody
left-hand
not-
side.
Somebody not who, please.
All the words on the left. Trix order at door. Obviously.
Or if you just do the first initial, it spells Todd.
Toad.
Toad.
Toad!
Ah, the toad.
Toad!
Which there's a toad.
There is a frog.
Frog.
Yes.
Let's do
All right, hold on, hold on.
Whatever you
I
want to
think
call
I'm the
it.
toad.
I want to be ready for this one.
And I'm going to stand on
Not
its back,
Todd.
and I'm going
A
to have
toad
the
named
great
Todd.
axe.
Todd.
I'm going to ready an action, and if it becomes a toad, I'm going to cleave it in twain.
I have a -1 intelligence, okay?
we all struggle.
So, Cilin, are you going to be... Wait, no, Cilin's on the ground. Who is pushing the statue? Not who. I know where you're at. Besides who...
Maggie will do it.
Okay, you take the frog statue, you lean it forward into the waterfall, it starts guzzling, and the throat starts... And then as it, like, expands way beyond... Like, it's stone expanding, by the way. It's not just like a... It's not like a balloon. And then it kind of just morphs and forms into a doorway.
We did it.
You guys are really smart. I was hoping we'd fight like a frog hydra.
I'm really glad you
Hydra.
picked
Do you want to hang?
the
Do you want to
top.
hang out for an hour in the wet room?
The wet room.
What?
This is the wet room.
Okay.
Is there a dry bar?
But I think we all need to rest.
Alright.
I
don't
think
know.
we do need to rest.
I think I got like 12.
Huh?
You don't
Yeah.
know. You don't know what 12 is. That's lower than 3, and 3's really low.
He knows below 3 and above 10.
It's a 1 and a 2. It's lower than 3.
And the reason he can't count more is because he only has 2 toes, or 2 whatever on one of his feet. And that's what he uses to
Talons.
count with. His talon.
The other ones are like missing.
One of his is like cleaved off.
Okay, so we are taking a short rest.
Yes. That was the floating in the water.
Yeah. It's a nice rest. I mean, without the Hydra here, it's pretty pleasant in this damp cave. And then, does your Song of Rest work every time if you play it?
Let's
Yep, every short rest.
see.
Every short rest.
And that is for each dice you roll, I think you do it? Or is it once per don't rest? I think it's each time you use a hit dice. I don't think it's each dice.
If you were any friendly creatures who can hear your performance, and it's going to be an epic one.
Oh, yeah.
Regain hit points at the end of the short rest by spending 1 or more hit die. Each of those creatures gains an extra 6 hit points.
1d6.
So it's just an extra 1d6 on top of that dice.
Total.
Correct.
Not for each one.
Not for each one.
One more healing.
Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to.
I know that you... Oh, okay. Copyright.
Oh, you know you're moving to-
Alright, so after spending an hour of rest, you walk through the door into another room. Not another hallway, just into another room in general. And in this room is a few notable things. First of all... Oh, that's with music. Excuse me.
Starts walking faster.
In this room, there are a bunch of statues. The one in the center is the visage of Tiscadia herself, a tall human with kind of long curly hair. She's holding a staff, and she's kind of just like looking off into the distance whimsically, dressed in very elegant looking robes that have been carved out of marble. And the rest of the statues are either a statue that looks like a brain, a statue that looks like a heart, or statues that look like hands. And they're all kind of just scattered throughout the room. And as you enter the statue,
missing
Tiscadia's... Huh?
Is the statue missing hands?
No. Tiscadia's statue blinks and then cracks a little bit and turns and says, "Welcome to the final room."
It's the final room. Diddle-doo-doo. Diddle-doo-doo-doo.
Maggie's feeling really good after that fight. The rest of us are like,
Feels like I've been in this tower for like 3 weeks.
He's got his wings out. And he's like,
foot to foot.
Time is a circle.
Give me a performance check. I wanna
Oh,
see this.
jeez.
I aid.
Weird hula hoop.
Okay. What happens when you eat? I get to roll again or what?
Yeah.
With
You get-
advantage?
I'm just using help out.
Okay,
whatever.
nice. 15.
Who's actually in sync this time? Yeah, Tiscadia is bobbing her head along a little bit as well. Like, all right, yeah. You go, girl. Yeah. Give yourself inspiration.
Thanks. I've inspired myself.
And she says, I am very impressed that you have made it this far. Although I shouldn't be surprised if you've solved my riddles, then you must be champions of great quality.
Actually, the group is called 1, 2, 3. The
Little
Little
Hopes!
The no hopes.
I almost said the littlest watch.
The waywardest hopes.
I've heard about somebody called the Wayward Watch, and I got it confused.
I've heard about him too.
Oh,
I've heard that there's this guy who used to have a unicorn horn, and it fell off.
I heard he's a total prick.
I've heard
Not without the horn.
Yeah, you can't poke anyone anymore.
Oh, sorry.
I apologize.
I thought you were a statue.
I mean, I've been speaking.
I thought that was who. He
Alright.
talks a lot.
Who?
Exactly.
Where? What?
Well,
The final room.
the final room.
And then we start over, and it never ends. This is Cory's hell.
I don't know. It's not so bad.
Oh, personal 9.
He says, would you like the clue for the final room?
Please.
Yes, please.
Wonderful.
We're clueless.
One final trial stands before you. Body, mind, and soul. As backwards a concept it is, this stone can be the easiest to break, so make it last.
That didn't make any sense to me, did it?
And as she does say this, it does like float up in the air in illusory script. So I'm gonna send this over to you
My
guys. As well.
body and soul. I can see, or how can it be? I can see things that never show.
Who? I'm very impressed.
I'm sorry. I'm like out of practice. You know, my little horse. My throat hurts.
No, you're a little owl.
Yeah, you're a little owl who.
Well,
Have you looked in a mirror?
yeah.
Little horse.
Where's the horse?
Bye
Horse.
bye, little Sebastian. Oh, here it is.
We get off track. So
I know.
I love it.
One final
Illusory
trial
script.
stands before you. Body, mind, and soul. So there was a brain, hands, and
Hearts.
hearts.
Yes, hearts. Like hearts.
Hearts.
Hearts. With an H,
not farts.
The beating heart.
I'm sorry, but
The soul- the soul is farts.
More than hands. Hearts, like
Yeah,
plural.
there's like multiple hearts scattered throughout a room. There's like maybe a dozen brains, a dozen hearts, and a dozen.
Oh,
dozen
I didn't
heads,
realize
yeah.
that. Okay, thank you. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, the stone.
Cory
can
is
be
a
the
man of
easiest to
culture.
break. Oh, the heart. The
What
heart.
someone said here.
That's the easiest stone to break, right? The heart.
The heartstones.
It's definitely the easiest organ to break. I've had my heart broken many a time.
I don't know. It's pretty easy to
you?
confuse me. My brain
The
gets
giant
hurts a
statue
lot.
puts her hand. I'm so
No one's been able to
I
push
thought
through
you'd
my
be like,
chest.
no,
at this
no,
so
the
far.
fingers are the easiest ones to break.
You want me to try? I can break them.
It's just really, since I, have this thing with the Baba Yaga, men find it very intimidating.
Why would they
Oh,
think
yeah.
that's intimidating? I mean, it's pretty cool to have a nice grandma.
Well,
How much
just
do you know
imagine
about
if
the
your
Baba
grandma
Yaga?
tried to eat all of your boyfriends.
Well, I mean, what are they? Were they fish?
Were they fish?
Are they coffin?
One.
Well,
Well, when we
That's fair.
infiltrated the mob, there was one guy
that's fair.
Oh, yeah.
Except for Vinny.
And you were Baby Shark. You went undercover as
Finley
Baby
Otto?
Shark.
What was her name again?
Vinny
Giliotta.
Giliotta. Giliotti.
Yeah, Giliotti.
Giliotti.
I'm sorry to hear you had your heart broken.
Oh, it's all right. Enough about me. The brains. Okay. So what do we have to do here?
So it looks like
That's it.
Figure out the riddle.
That's all.
backwards and
Backwards,
last is
last.
capital or all caps.
Do you want me to break things backwards?
Last.
Last, it makes so break to easiest that. Nope, that's not working.
Okay.
Okay, let's
steer
read some of this
out.
backwards.
Solid.
And what's your name backward? Now we have to know everyone's names backward.
Iriv in you.
That sounds about right.
Iriv in
Are the hearts
Egam.
like, floating or attached to something, just laying on the ground?
All of the hearts and brains are on like pedestals. The hands are just like the arm is coming out and the hand is like.
I will go and grab a heart.
Grab a heart. It's like attached to the pedestal, so you can like shake it a bit if you want.
Wait, this stone is easiest to break, so make it last. But
The
very
easiest one
last.
to break. We break it last.
Yeah.
Well, I can break all these pretty
So
easy.
the
You want me to
soul
break
is
'em?
probably the
So,
hardest
body?
to break, right?
Body, mind, soul. Was there anything that would relate to like a soul in the room? Because there's body, hand, mind could be the brain.
I don't
Was
know
there
if-
another?
I think mind is
statue?
the brain,
Yeah,
body
hearts.
is the hand, and soul
Just
is the
hearts.
heart.
Soul is the
I
heart.
mean,
Yeah.
can't see it, touch it, or feel
Okay.
it.
So we should break the hand.
Break the hand one.
Good at that.
Body. Yes. The hands, then the brain,
How many
then the
of them?
heart.
The heart.
There were
Let's
like
do
a
it.
dozen hands.
I'm gonna break a hand.
Now the brain.
No. We have to do. I think we have to do all the hands.
Because there's like a dozen hands.
Crap.
Can I get a
I
hand
want-
over here?
Killbacks. Can we go back?
Can we reset? Rewind? Reverse?
Tiscadia kind of waves the staff in her hand around, and the statue's.
Wait, hold on. That's
That'll
awesome.
be your
I
one
break another one.
redo.
Do it again.
That was your one redo.
Good thing you broke a hand, huh?
Who? Break all the hands.
You don't have to ask
Statues.
me twice.
Not us.
All
Just
right.
statues.
That's not
And
as
not,
fun.
Not us.
yeah,
You
not
want
hers.
Tiscadia.
Yeah, he'll just go around and just start pummeling him.
His head.
All the hands.
And, you, as the last one shatters, there is a flash of red in the room, and Tiscadia hangs her head, and she goes, "I'm sorry, that's not correct."
What's the...
Way to go, Hill. The hell, man.
Whose idea was this?
It
Exactly.
was obviously yours. You're the one who went around
Gosh, you're the one who's
broke all the
like
things.
Who are you
talking about your
talking
broken heart all the time. Jeez.
Oh, wait. Backwards.
Who do you mean?
Yeah, we got to do it the other way. But the heart is meant to last.
And then she lifts her feet up and steps off the statue and plants her staff in the ground. She goes, "I suppose it is time for you to leave."
No!
No,
Wait a
can't
minute.
leave.
You don't want to leave?
I'm not allowed to
Of course
leave.
not.
Well.
We need our reward.
She cracks her stone neck, and she says, "Then I suppose we should get started,
You have to catch me first. No, stop fighting.
and we will roll initiative here."
Okay, can I do something right
We
before we roll
Are
initiative?
so dumb.
It depends on what it is. Are you
It's
gonna
so
start
fun.
spraying her with
He makes an
water?
intelligence.
Sir?
I want to take
Dungeon
out,
and-
because it's gotta be used. I want to take out my dust
No
and
intelligence
disappearance
characters.
Okay.
and just go.
All right. Perfect. So what does that do for you? Turns you invisible, I believe, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You and each creature and object within 10 feet of you become invisible for 2d4 minutes.
I would say that you would probably
Oh, yeah.
have one other person next to you.
You don't want me to be invisible. I'll be
It
like,
can't be who because he was breaking statues.
It's Cilin.
Okay.
But
It's him, because I told him.
if you cast a spell, the invisibility ends for that creature. Or if
Yeah.
the affected creature
Attacks or casts.
attacks or casts a
Yep.
spell. Just so you know.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and set up another combat here. As the little hopes once again brute force their way through the tower rather than
Not
solve-
our fault.
Well, I mean, you all have low intelligence.
Jadoy.
The characters do. I should point that out. I mean,
Well-
I mean, to be fair, I haven't figured this out either.
Todd!
That was in character.
and we'll be right back. All right. Let's go ahead and reveal the battle now. Final fight here.
What's the
Oh
theme song?
my
What's
gosh.
going on? What's-
Oh,
snap! Oh, snap!
this one is. I
Bart
don't know.
can't play the song while she's invisible.
Get out the way.
Yeah.
Get out the way.
let's go ahead and roll initiative here, guys.
Fergie Berg.
I love that.
I get advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Who said that?
They're like.
Water geyser!
All right. Cilin.
18.
18. Who?
I wrote down. I think I had advantage. I rolled an 8. That's a 9.
9 total?
Sorry, had to go back in the
Gwen.
vault
14.
10 minutes ago.
And Maggie.
I thought you were going to say maggot.
Maggie.
9.
Maggie. Perfect.
Maggot cheeks.
Maggot cheeks.
Okay.
That was my nickname growing up.
She steps off the dais and says, "Let's begin." Maggie goes, "Woof," and like a big cloud of dust.
Pocket sand.
Yeah. and her and Cilin go invisible. And she kind of cocks her head a little bit and then goes, And she's going to raise her staff up, and it's going to start. Glowing. Let's see here.
Are there still things on the
Is
ground?
anyone else very frightened right now?
This whole tower is terrifying.
So these, the pillars that you're seeing here are representing the different statues in the room. The broken ones will only provide half cover.
Green.
But for even for us,
No, but is not one of the statues.
even for us, even for us, it's half covered.
For you guys, it's half
Okay,
covered.
okay, got it.
Yes.
And are there any more hands, hearts, or brains?
There are just hearts and brains now. Anyway, so it starts glowing. The crystalline staff starts glowing a deep blue, and that is the beginning. So something is happening.
It's the beginning of the end.
But then it is Cilin's turn.
Okay.
Burn rage is
I'm
near.
going to.
White mechanic.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Right there.
Okay.
And then, since I'm invisible, I get sneak attack damage.
Yep,
Right.
you have advantage as long as you have advantage on the roll. Yep.
Advantage or an ally's within 5 feet.
Yes. So yeah, because you're invisible, you do get advantage on your attack.
Nice.
Surprise!
Attack.
Hi!
Not great. 15.
15. Do you have anything to pour into that?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will work. Now this wasn't one of your sneak attack dice, was it?
Maggie
Oh, that's
gave it
right.
to me.
Maggie gave it to you.
Check
Yeah.
some balances.
No, those are over here in the sneaky dice
Yeah.
pool.
Go ahead and roll damage
Okay.
and sneak attack damage. That was with with advantage that you got.
I got a 5 and an 8. Oof,
Oh, gosh.
that was bad. Let's see. 24.
24 damage, and that's with your weapon of warning, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because that's in my main hand.
Okay.
It's my is magic. And then bonus action.
So Cilin appears, the dust flying off as you slash the golem in the leg, and it kind of scrapes across it, marring the marble.
Does it look like it does any kind of decent damage, or
It looks like you just slashed something with stone. Okay. Or something with stone with a magic weapon.
Yep.
So.
And then I'm going to do thing.
You stay right there.
I guess I could try to hide, but I can't really hide behind anything without. I don't have enough speed. Unless I can retcon coming to here and then moving back. It would have been five less.
You do have a bonus action, don't you? Can't you just disengage? Oh, sorry. Disengage doesn't allow you to move. It
It just
just
allows you to
correct.
not
It
take
just makes
the
it-
opportunity.
yeah, I'll let you go ahead and retcon that if you'd like.
Okay. So
You
then
can-
I will bonus disengage, and I'll move here behind this pillar.
Okay.
And that's it.
Gwen.
Okay. So, I'm wielding spear in one hand, open fist in the other hand.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack with my spear.
And your spear is just
Just a normal.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing.
Are you gonna you
Crazy.
You throwing it?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll get right up. I'm gonna do some attacks with this spear. So I get 2 attacks. So it's a 18 and a 11.
the first will hit, the second will miss.
Okay. So that's going to be 4 damage. But I'm going to spend a key point and try and do Stunning Strike.
All right. So the spear hits like right in the throat. Doesn't look like it does any damage at all.
Okay.
But it is. You said it is a stunning strike as well.
Yeah, so I'm going to spend a key point to do a Stunning Strike. So it needs to make a con save of 14.
Tiscadia does not make her save.
Yes. Okay,
So
everybody.
she is stunned.
She's stunned. Get some attacks.
Yeah. So she like reels back and just like.
No,
looks like you're.
no
gonna
one's
run
ever
your
stabbed
belt.
me in the throat with a spear
Yeah.
before. That's shocking.
Killed me, Mel. Isn't that weird?
And that's until when? The start of your next turn?
Stun until the end of my next turn.
Okay, perfect.
Nice.
So
Advantage on
next
attacks for
up
us?
is Tiscadia, who immediately ends her turn because she is stunned. And then it is Maggie.
Okay.
Sorry, Miss Cheeks. Because
Nasty.
I am nasty. Yeah.
Miss Cheeks is going to cast Shatter. So it's a con save of 15 at disadvantage because it is a creature made of stone.
Nice.
Or is she, maybe it's actually it's her body. She's not.
Oh, sorry. I'm rolling the saving throws in the wrong place tonight.
She's a lich.
Marble
She's a Sararex girlfriend.
This is her phylactery.
It rolled 16.
And that was with disadvantage?
She actually does have a pretty good con. You
Which is what I was worried about. Almost all creatures have a good con, which
Yeah.
is what makes Stunning Strike so irritating.
I was hoping because it was at disadvantage.
So is it a strength or dex save?
No.
Oh, darn. I'll say they automatically fail those.
half as much. So
Yeah,
that's
it's
good.
gonna be
That's still
half-
pretty good,
half as
yeah.
much damage.
So 6 plus 3 is 9. Plus 3 plus 4 is 12, 30, 40, 50, 16.
16
So
damage.
8.
8 damage. 8 damage. Okay, yeah, you and then show me where you target it because you do end up like breaking other things as well.
So it's a 6 or 10-foot sphere,
So it's a
So it's
2 by
basically
2,
like back there.
10 foot
Yeah.
four squares,
Just where she
basically.
is.
Because you can't make circles on a square map.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure that you don't have to hit anything.
So you placed it here, or like right there.
10-foot circle.
Here would hit back corner.
10 foot circle or 10 foot square?
Sphere.
Sphere. So circle.
Yeah, it's literally just a 2 by 2.
Yeah. Oh, it's not a 10 foot radius.
Nope.
Okay.
10-foot sphere is that. So you can put it right dead center on her.
Okay. Yep. Perfect.
And she'll say, "Who are you feeling inspired by my music today?
Oh, yes, I am.
Then you have bardic inspiration."
How long does your inspiration last? Is it only an hour?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I
Okay.
don't-
I don't
Yeah,
have yours.
for 10 minutes,
other way.
yes.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it's a D8 still.
Yeah.
And then you reappeared after your
Yes.
spell. So, do you want to move?
Yeah, I'll move behind one of those.
It is a 10 foot radius sphere, by the way, Scott.
Oh, so it
So
would
if you
be-
put it over here, you would get just the
if
corner.
you put it right there, it will get that pillar and her.
Okay, so that shatters the pillar that goes behind, so that one's gone.
Well, what if I put it here, though? I
Then
don't
you would
wanna
shatter that.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I
I
don't
guess
want
you
to shatter
could,
the one that he's behind.
Okay.
I'm gonna get out of here.
Not a problem.
Alrighty. Anything else that Maggie would like to do?
That's all.
She'd
Which
like
is
to.
very disappointing.
That's enough, right?
Question. So she has her staff in the air.
Yep, it's still glowing despite the fact that she's like.
She incapacitated and is still glowing?
Yep.
I would like to take her. I want to fly and take her weapon using a strength check, which she automatically fails, correct?
Mm-hmm.
She does automatically fail strength checks.
Can I take it from her?
However, this thing is attached to her.
Okay. Then,
Well, it's a very good question. No, it is not, because she's a fully articulated golem. Tiscadia wouldn't have made it with such a weird design.
because I just want to take it
Okay.
and then just kind of land with it here, like just on the other side, and kind of cast it behind me here by you.
Yeah. So
And
let's get a token out for the staff itself.
that would be nice.
As you pull it from her hands, because she is stunned, the crystal dims and turns off.
Somebody take that somewhere. And I would like to start my rage with my bonus action. That's it. Because my action was to take it from her.
I think if you end your turn without attacking
Yeah.
something, you would lose your rage. So you
I
don't
would
want-
start my rage at the beginning. Or sorry, at the end of my.
You still no. What he's saying is, if you start
Oh,
your
oh,
rage and then you end your
I
turn
won't-
without attacking, you would lose your rage.
Because I
Yeah.
can't attack because I've used my
So
action.
you probably want to
Yeah.
save your
Unless you
So I'll
have
save it.
unless you have like action surge or something like that, which I don't think
No,
you
I
do.
don't have an action.
Yeah.
So I'll just save it. You're
Okay,
right.
perfect.
Right.
Yeah, so who... I mean,
Can
if
I-
you want to keep moving, you can.
Can I because I have
Fly it further.
my flying speed is 40, and I was here.
So you could put it like here.
So okay,
That's
yeah.
about as far as you could go.
So it'll be right there.
Okay.
And then I'll just, I guess we'll be in the same
Okay, sounds
square
good.
there for a
So
second.
actually, if you want, so you'll land there at 40. You can drop it here right next to Maggie.
Okay. I'll drop
You're
it
the
there.
you're the most magical of us.
See if you can do something cool with this.
Sorry, what is it?
It's her staff.
It's a magic thing. It's a
Okay,
stick.
I'll do my best.
It glows.
Thank you.
I mean, all magic's the same, right? You can just touch it and do whatever magic she did at her.
I don't know much about magic, but yes, I think you're right.
Perfect. Well, if you want, I can cast it too. I'm really good at magic stuff.
Leave it to me.
All right, top of the round, Cilin.
I'm gonna go ahead and move back in. So 10.
Okay.
Going to attack.
With advantage.
Stun.
Which gives you sneak.
Yep. And be since you're next.
Oh yeah, that's true.
21.
21 will hit.
Okay.
21.
Some sneaky damage. 24 damage again.
24. Okay. Not as cool as 25 damage all the time.
I know.
Okay, yeah, you come in and again, like, you just keep hacking away at that same leg and it just like you're slicing through it slowly.
Yep. Bonus action, disengage, and I'm gonna run away again.
Okay. You don't even have to.
Yeah, you don't
bonus
have to.
disengage. You can.
Oh, that's
bonus
true.
hide.
She can't do
okay.
anything. Just can't take
Yeah, I'll
actions,
bonus hide
reactions.
then.
Okay.
I'll just run away and then
Go ahead and
hide.
roll your self check. And... Okay.
Stop. That is a 29.
Okay. Keep that locked in your head.
I'll just leave it right here.
Gwen, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to
Never
do
close.
2 unarmed strikes. So that's a 18 and a 14.
Okay. You have advantage on both.
Oh,
of these, by
right.
the way.
Okay, so 18.
18.
Crit.
Perfect.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, both
Alright.
of those will hit.
So let's roll. I'll do the crit damage first. So that's going to be 14 for the crit.
And this is this with
This is my
unarmed?
unarmed,
Okay.
yep.
Which are magical.
And then 8 for the regular attack.
So the spear did nothing, so you kind of like set it.
I just.
Yeah, you just punch and you just
Jab,
like
jab.
crack right through a bit of the stone.
Nice. And then I will bonus action, flurry of blows.
Okay.
So two
Two more
more.
attacks.
So that's a 13.
That will miss.
And a 13. Dang it.
That will also miss.
Shoot. Okay. And that will be my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, Tiscadia finally shakes off the stunning effect.
Yep.
And it is her turn.
Where did it go?
She kind of glares over at Who a little bit, and she is going to.
You're like using your foot to kick the staff a little bit further behind the pillar.
She is going to make a pair of attacks on Gwen.
He can't just like look in the corner of his eye at it. He has to like turn his whole head and he looks down at it and looks back at it.
The first is a 27 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that's.
Okay. For 11 bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
And the other one is a natural 1. So the first fist comes down and kind of sends you spinning, and then she brings her second fist down, and you just hop right up on top of it. So,
See, it's that kind of stuff.
and then she's gonna like shake you off the hand, and she's going to move around towards the staff, so she can move 30 feet.
So that'll put it right next to it.
Okay. and that will be an opportunity attack from Gwen, if you want to take it.
Yes, I do. 24.
24 will hit.
For
Am I still hidden technically?
7
Is my stealth, or I guess she can see me.
damage.
She has to roll it. So you
How
just
much?
like
7.
Nice.
Camouflage. She gets
Still,
stone.
still.
remind me. Can you use stunning strike on any attack, or is it only?
That's a good question.
Armor.
I think. Let's see. Stunning strike. When you hit with a melee weapon attack.
Weapon attack.
So that's why I use my spirit level. So, what's that?
I would assume that unarmed strike counts as
Yeah.
A
Melee weapon.
weapon?
a weapon.
Your fists should consider weapons. They're magical too.
Yeah.
Later on.
I would say yeah, because otherwise it's kind of weird that a monk is like.
Well, yeah. See, that's why
I use my fists, except for this one ability that I need.
That's
to
why I
stunning
thought
strike
they
for.
were like, okay, you can get the like claw punchy stuff
Yeah,
and like
insignia claws.
yeah, the
Yeah.
insignia claws and stuff like that.
Alrighty, it's good to know. Okay, and then
Is that her end of her turn?
who did you drop the weapon?
Yeah, I dropped it and kicked it over to.
Okay, I think picking up a weapon is.
I was like, I grabbed
It's
the weapon,
interacting.
but dropping the weapon we established last time is
Oh,
part
yeah.
of
No,
the
no.
action.
Dropping the weapon is free. I'm just wondering what
Technically
gravity-
speaking, it's an action,
It's
but
an action.
it can be, since a lot of people agree that that's kind of a dumb rule.
Yeah, a
like,
whole
it takes a
action.
whole action to pull out one sword and then your other sword
if
the
it's
next
like-
turn. And like,
You don't use your crossbow and it's in your backpack or something weird, then I'd see that. But
Yeah,
if it's like
because typically
sword
they say
hand or
that
whatever.
interacting with an object is a free action, right? And I know they mean like doors and stuff,
I'd
but
say the same thing.
So
I think it falls
here's
under
what
that.
I'll do, in order to make it.
yeah. So
So you let's
Unarmed
do a
strikes
roll.
do count as
here.
a melee weapon. attack.
Either
Oh,
either
right.
with who or with Maggie, whichever one of you wants.
she intended to pick it up.
Okay, so both Tiscadia is reaching for it, and you're reaching for it at the same time because it is your turn next. So we'll see. Let's just call it initiative. Go ahead and roll initiative and see if you can.
She's got better initiative
beat
than you do,
hers.
so it's good.
What did you get?
Fergie
What
with
did
us.
you get?
13.
13. That beats a 3.
Yes.
Okay, yep. So she like reaches down to grab the staff, and Maggie, it's your turn, and you can use your interaction to pick it up and clutch it to your chest. It is a big staff too. It is like giant size. So you're like,
It's not that heavy.
what would you like to do?
light stone.
Well, if you would allow this, she wants to kind of wedge that through the loot strap so it's
Okay.
attached to her.
Mm-hmm.
And then she wants to play her pipes of haunting.
Okay. Go ahead.
Love it.
Yep.
What
It's
happens? What
a
happens?
wisdom saving throw. She'll probably succeed, but
For everyone or just her?
well, I can choose to have you
So
guys
she
succeed.
ended her turn, and
Yes.
that I use my reaction to use half my speed and get away.
So it's a wisdom saving throw, you said?
Someone
Yep.
goes past. Change sides.
That's an 11.
Haha, she fails. So she's frightened of me for 1 minute.
Unfortunately, she is
Immune to being frightened.
No!
Yep, dang it.
You can't scare a dead person.
But she
Okay.
does like
Statue.
she does like cock her head a little bit, and she goes, "That's a hauntingly beautiful melody."
You're supposed to be afraid of me, so you can't get this stupid stuff. And Maggie
I
will
got your back.
run.
Okay.
Go
So
back.
yeah, you can go ahead and move wherever you want to.
Where are you gonna run to?
Just 25 feet away from her.
Yeah, that'll be around the edge of the room. We'll call that. So
So is this the edge of the room then, or is it like?
we'll say 3 out is the edge. Okay. So yeah, so you're just barely there. Okay.
I'm
Perfect.
just here to
And you're
do
definitely
basically nothing.
you're definitely carrying that large staff in the loot strap, just like trying to book it away from her.
Every step you take, it goes against the ground.
You're stopping the enrage mechanic. It's
Oh.
good.
And by the way, Gwen, I know you feel very positive about my music, do you not?
Yeah.
Inspired, you might say.
So haunting.
Bardic inspiration!
She shouts, running away.
Bardic inspiration.
And then it is who?
All right.
Yeah.
Who? Why? What? Why?
I'm going to
He was like,
rage.
we get it. His name is who?
All the comments. If you hate whose name, put a skull and crossbones in the comments.
Whose name?
And
Are
like-
you sick of this trope?
And like, yeah.
Put a barfing face.
18 to hit.
18 will hit. And what are you attacking with?
And I'm also going to do this recklessly. I'm going to be attacking with my axe.
Did you rage as well?
I did rage.
Okay.
And so this is reckless with rage. So it's still 18 is the thing, so it hits. I'm gonna roll my second attack as well. So that's a 19 and a natural 20.
Nice.
So the second one. So that's a 3 for the first. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 2, 9, 10. And then the second one we are doing max damage.
Yep.
So that's going to be 22 plus the roll. 25 plus 5, 30 plus 2, 32 total.
32 plus the
10.
10. So 42 from the first attack.
Yes.
Now, the big question, is your axe magical?
No.
Okay. Yeah, you
But,
rear back with both these strikes.
I don't think it.
No,
Yeah,
I don't.
okay, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's monks I'm thinking of. That does.
You rear back with all your might and just bring it down in the leg, and it just goes clang. It doesn't do any damage that you can see.
This just makes me so
Eyes
mad.
are going.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's how
Cross.
you negate a crit. Right there.
Just be immune to damage. It's that easy, guys. Why don't you do it?
Colby should have taught you this in the optimized videos. So if he hasn't, what is he even doing?
And I have a
Now you're
magic
gonna need
weapon.
to take 5 levels in Iron Golem.
Now, if Colby hasn't taught you that, put a skull and crossbones in the comics.
Colby's going to cringe so hard when he watches this. If he watches it.
Whose
If your
combat
name is
is
Colby, put skull and crossbones in the comments.
If you are one of my minions, skull and
All the
crossbones.
crossbones.
Now
man.
they've already put skull and crossbones for all these other
Preston
reasons.
came up
that
with
I
a
will-
great name for everybody who likes, comments,
no.
and subscribes, who, joins
do
the
they do?
Discord. Welcome to the Vanguard.
The Vanguard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't remember making that up, but I'll
You have
take
to
it.
shave half of your head.
It's true.
Only half.
I mean,
We're all gonna do
it's
it.
a pretty low.
We are.
Once we
entry
hit
fee.
10,000 subscribers.
We are.
It's either that or bunny ears. You have to wear bunny ears if you have a full head of hair.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
yep, that's the
Okay.
rules.
With antlers.
Cilin, it is your
Jackalope.
turn.
All right.
Jackalope ears.
Gonna run in.
Consider it.
Okay.
So that's gonna attack. Not with
Debbie?
Not with advantage.
No, not with advantage this time.
Ugh. 11. Can try it.
Come on, come on, come on.
Plus 6. 17.
17 will hit.
Yes.
It will.
Brother versus brother.
versus brother. I love it.
Ultimate brother test.
And since who is right next to her, sneak damage.
See, this is where my final form is. I just need to be there.
Yep.
I'll be there for you.
We should be a party of bards. Like, come on.
The next one shot should just be all bards. It'll
Yep.
be so
Let's
fun.
do it.
Yep,
It'll
the
be
battle of
so
the bands.
crazy. We won't
Absolute
even
chaos.
ever fight. We'll just sing songs.
I remember in the first one I used to not
And
even,
annoy people.
I wouldn't even try and sing the song. I just go find it on YouTube and play it while we're doing the thing. Like, this is the song it sings.
Yeah.
Now it's demon attack.
Yeah.
15 magic damage.
15 magic damage.
damage.
Good old magic man. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, again, the Cilin is just ducking out. Oh, you were hidden from it.
Yes.
Oh.
You
Well,
did
you
have
get
advantage because you were technically
Yeah, you were.
hidden from it. Yeah.
Well, let me
Here,
try.
here's your epic die back.
See if it's any better. No, it's a critical fail. So
Okay.
there you go.
I'll take that epic die back.
have spoken.
Yes.
But yeah.
No.
Once again, Cilin comes out from the shadows and just slices the same leg. You're just slowly chopping through it. And then as the golem starts shifting towards you, or are you just gonna disengage? And duck
Yep.
back
I'm
around?
gonna disengage, and I'm actually gonna go around here.
What's her size category?
She is large.
Large, 2x2.
Yep.
Too big to grapple.
Never tell a woman that she's large.
Yeah, it's so rude.
Too big to grapple, but not too big to.
Just
You
tell
can
her
call
she's a
her
2x2 square.
You say she's thick. Two
Just don't
Cs.
comment on a woman's body.
Yeah.
Or anyone's body.
Yeah, what the hell are
actually.
you doing? Stop doing it.
That's like
True.
the least interesting thing about
If
it.
you do that, put a skull and crossbones in the comments.
All the people who already did it are like, wait, delete! Don't do that! I didn't mean it! Put an eggplant if that's
Make fun
what
of
you
the
do.
kid with size
I will-
13 shoes. Stop 4 feet tall.
Stop
Because
it.
you're a
Point
dick.
of order, Tiscadia is she's not a thin woman. She's a mage who probably conjured her own mana cakes too much, kind of thing. So she is
Sounds good.
thick, as it were.
Thick.
Yeah.
She got a big dumper.
I like
No.
big
Jumpers and I cannot lie.
give me that epic die back. I demand
There
it.
you go.
Oh,
versus
oh no. I'm taking one.
It's a rematch.
Okay. Gwen, it is your turn.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna do 2 key points as an action to do water whip, and I have a little decanter. I'm just gonna pull some water out like Avatar style, and just try and whip her with it. So Tiscadia needs to make a dex of 14, a dex save.
She does not make her dex
All right.
save.
I am going
Oh,
to make her take 1d10 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
which is 10. And I'm going to
Nice.
pull her 25 feet closer to me and get her away from the magic thingy.
That does not qualify for attack of opportunity.
No.
No, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah, so she starts reaching for
Not that I would take
Cilin
damage.
over the broken pillar, and your whip tangles her waist and pulls her back. She,
Oh.
Yeah.
okay.
Bonus action! Punch her in the butt.
Okay.
She did what?
Someone
In
say
the
it.
Oh.
No,
Punch her in the dumper.
Punch her in the dumper.
butt. Straight shot. Right to the
See,
turn
it
maker.
rhymes.
Punch her in the dumper.
Punch her in the dumper.
22. 22
Dumper,
hits.
punch her, dumper, punch her, dumper.
I can't think.
Yes, that hits.
And 4. 9 damage.
Psychic damage to Cory.
Epic die for puncher in the dumper.
Yeah. Oh no.
Okay.
Oh man.
Anything else you would like to do?
I'm having fun. Is anyone else having
I'm
fun?
having fun.
Punch her.
I think that's the.
Being
Yeah, I like
crazy.
that.
Dumper. It's on the episode list potential.
No, that's good. Just
This is much more like
Actually, you know what?
than
Oh no, I already used my
romantic
bonus action. Never mind.
triangle.
Hey, well, it is her turn.
She begins playing Careless Whispers.
And she is going to turn around and just try and punch you a couple times, saying,
Fair.
"Stop pulling me back!"
Punch you in the dumper.
Baby, come back.
No. First is a 23 to hit,
Yeah.
and the other is a 12 to hit.
No.
So the one hit is going to be 16 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Ouch.
And then
I'm
she's going to start moving towards Maggie again. She can move 30 feet.
Do I get opportunity attack?
Yes, you
You
do.
roll
Do I?
Bam! I'm gonna punch her, and I'm gonna use Sentinel feet and stop her from moving.
Oh, I didn't know you had Sentinel.
Yep. Crit.
Yes!
I'm getting a lot of crits tonight.
You are.
I'll pretend like
Um,
I rolled and pretend
Gwen
like
is
I
the
hit
only one who's doing
because she's not
9
moving
damage, and
anyway.
I'm gonna stop her in her tracks.
Okay. Yeah. So she starts moving away. Sorry.
I
What
said
were
I'll
you saying?
pretend because you stopped her from moving. Would I still get an opportunity attack? Because even if I did hit, it wouldn't do damage because he's not smart enough to pull out the try it.
Technically, it would have been 5 feet away from him first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you
so
hit a creature with an opportunity attack,
Yeah.
speed becomes 0, so it would have taken its 5 feet and then stopped.
Mhm.
So it went.
So
Boom.
it,
Which did go out of your range.
okay. Yeah.
So
right.
technically you
But I
would
would
do.
hit him with my great axe, which
Which wouldn't do
would
anything.
do it anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna waste
Okay.
it.
So she starts moving away from you, and you just take
Or
you
dumper's
take your
open.
water whip that you still got
Yeah.
going on, and you make it razor sharp, and you slice right through the leg that Cilin's been working on, and take her foot off. So she stumbles and falls to her knees, and can no longer move this turn as she struggles to get back up. Okay. She's not prone though.
It's almost like you need a walking stick or
That
something.
was my reaction. Cool.
Salt in the wound.
Ow.
And now there is a foot statue.
Break that one too.
I'm just seeing what other trouble she can get into.
It's a one shot.
It is. Okay. We're getting caught in the rain. What were you
Oh, that was
That worked, surprisingly.
I want a mashup of those two songs now.
Yeah.
Hit me with the best shot. I think it's Pat Benatar.
Yeah. Pat Benatar and Dance
Yeah.
Singing.
It's a good-
Whatever the one.
Good mashup. Okay.
Like it, punch the
Pina
dumper.
Colada by I can't
Yeah.
remember who.
If you're not into
By who?
yoga. Sorry, I'm not sure what I want to do yet.
About cheating on your wife.
Can you
and
go ahead
finding
and
out
give
that
me
your
a
wife's cheating
quick
on you, too. It's really just
charisma
fun.
check? Just a straight up charisma.
I see 2 digits.
Yeah, it's
Of
a
the
10.
dice.
That's a 10.
A charisma check.
Mhm.
Plus 7.
So 17. Okay. The staff in your hands, or against you, I suppose at this point. Like the crystal, when you touch it, it is glowing, and you feel like there might be a spell stored inside, ready to be unleashed.
I feel like there's a spell stored
She
inside
kills
of
all of
this.
us except for her.
She's going to point
It's
it
a death ray.
at
Circle of death.
So right now, if it's
Power
not on
word
your
kill.
side, you'll have to come around the corner. if you want to.
Peekaboo.
Oh, I'm in the line of
Told you she's a lich. You don't get
Okay.
power word kill for free.
Or this way.
Yes.
So that gives you more confidence.
Yeah.
Okay. What's inside of it?
This is a 5th level Cone of Cold spell.
Bye-bye.
What would you do for a
Dex
Klondike?
save.
So you point
I'm a
the
popsicle.
staff, and I'm assuming the only magic word you know is geyser at this point. So you shout geyser, and Cone of Cold comes blaring out of the staff.
Now this is a dex save, right?
This is each creature in a 60-foot cone must make a Constitution.
Oh,
saving
dang it.
throw.
I have evasion.
A creature takes 8d8 cold damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. So roll me 8d8, please. As she
You
makes-
can technically angle it this way
Oh no.
So I will say that
This way.
that who will get advantage
You
on
have-
his
because he's
Do you
behind
have-
the
because
pillar.
he is behind
Bardic
the pillar.
inspiration still?
Yeah.
You can use on the save.
I'm just meant to fail.
14 is the save.
9.
You have
I used an
Oh,
epic dice.
dang.
That's with an epic dice. I'm just meant to
16.
fail this. It's okay. It's a one shot. Maybe, you know, I can. Gwen will be remembered as the popsicle.
It does say that creatures killed by this are turned into like frozen solid.
Yeah, I'll just be a permanent fixture in the castle. It'll be sweet. The tower.
What's that statue of that really
Ezra
scantily
comes in,
clad
he's like-
halfling doing here?
Yeah.
That frozen.
The water
like-
whip is frozen too.
45.
45 cold damage.
Sarah would totally try and like.
So,
take
what's
off
the
with
rule
your
on
statue.
max
It
damage?
has to be your full health.
It has to be your full
Is
health.
it full?
Yeah.
I thought it was half.
Let's see, massive damage.
Because I'm
Pretty
only
sure massive
14
damage is
hit
full
points. It's not your current health. It's
Yeah, it
your
would
full
have to
health.
be
45?
negative your full health. Like you'd have to exceed your full health in the negative. I'm pretty sure.
So just, I think, does it do it for you on D&D Beyond?
I
It
don't
might
know.
actually.
So
do
this is
45
a
damage.
wait. That says that's a
Look for
optional.
massive damage.
So hang on.
It puts me into death saves on here, but
Because I'm,
I had
I'm
14.
as long as you
My
don't
total
go
was
your
52.
full health in the negative. Then
Yeah.
you're fine.
We're going with that, right?
And
yeah.
it doesn't stat like the next round. It's not like you're at that number.
Yeah. So if it's my total health, I'd be fine. But if it was my health
Yeah, so
remaining, I'm
clarify.
totally screwed.
Yeah, I need to.
And if it's the difference between the two, I'm also totally screwed. That's my thing.
Equal to or greater than half its hit point maximum, it must exceed. So that's massive. That's just
when
massive
damage
damage.
reduces you to 0 hit points and there's damage remaining, you die if the remaining damage exceeds your hit point max, or equals or exceeds your hit point max.
Okay, you're
Okay, I'm good.
Massive damage is an optional rule in the DMG.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that is
the only-
just.
the only reason I
that is
know
just-
that is because I had to save one of my characters in my other campaign from the same type of death.
Okay, I'm unconscious. I'm in death saves now.
Okay. So it was 45 damage. The golem did make it save, so it will take half on that. It has a good constitution. But
wanna be
22
frozen.
damage is still a lot.
In the coolest way.
So half is 22.
Do you have any
Yes.
bonus
And then
things
half,
to
I
that? Or do you
take
want
11.
some death saving die?
I'll take some testing die. That'd be cool.
Okay. Yeah, so you just like send out a blast of cold from this thing. Gwen!
Oh, it's cold.
Gwen
It's really cold in here.
falls over. She's like covered in frost.
I'm like frozen as I'm falling down.
Did somebody open a window?
Oh no.
Okay.
You were Anna going to save Elsa?
So you're still standing.
I can only save myself with.
Did you watch
true
Frozen
love skills.
recently?
No, it's just on my brain.
It's just a good movie.
It
though,
is a
right?
good movie.
So good.
Anything else that you would like to do? Miss
Ding,
Cheeks?
ding, 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 ding.
And you sit there stunned like,
Nice, baby.
How powerful am I?
I'm the best wizard in the world.
I'm so powerful. The Baba Yaga would be so proud. Ingrid has
Yeah,
been
Ingrid is
following behind.
Following behind me, and she just gives you like a.
I will just keep moving away.
Okay.
Another 25.
Yep.
I'll put you that. That's the farthest way.
Can I rage heal?
Wake up!
yell him into
Take this!
help.
Was that you starting to sing System of a Down?
Wake up! Why did you put a little bit of makeup?
Who, it is your turn.
Who unfortunately is raging, so I don't know if he would have the wherewithal to understand or hear what's happening. He's going to punch her in the number.
You gotta move up.
I'll move up.
Punch her in the number.
It worked for them! No, actually, hold on. Can I... That you said the foot's on the ground.
Yes.
I would like to grab the foot and use it as an improvised weapon, seeing if it does more damage than my axe.
Okay. So you're not proficient with improvised weapons, technically. Like, you have to be.
You're not
proficient.
proficient with
Correct.
feet.
With feet. Who are you, Quentin Tarantino?
I knew there was a Tarantino joke. I was working on it, but you got there first.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me an attack,
Would
please.
that just be with my strength?
Yeah. So it'll just be your strength bonus. It
Okay.
won't be your proficiency.
And not with advantage, because she's no longer stunned.
No. Yeah. She's
I'll
still.
do it recklessly.
Okay.
So that is a 6 and a 10, 18.
18 will hit.
And do we just use my unarmed strike damage?
Let's call it a club. So a d6.
D6
Yep.
plus
your bonuses, your strength bonuses.
So it'd be 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just no proficiency.
So that would be a total of 6 plus my rage, 7, 8.
8. Okay. Yeah, it does crack her a little bit.
In
So-
the crack.
How does it feel getting
Yeah.
kicked in the...
It cracks her crack.
It cracks.
The reckless
Crackiest.
attack only gives me on the first one, right?
Yes.
So the second one was a natural one.
Natural
So
one. Okay.
I would say something...
something awesome.
The foot breaks in her crack.
Yeah, if you
Or
like,
something, I don't know.
you rear back for a second strike, and the foot flies out.
I
of
know.
your hand. I will give
that
you-
worked,
I'll-
though.
It's right here in front of Cilin.
That worked way better than my...
Watch where you're
I
going.
will give you an epic die for that. Top of the round, it's
He's still
Cilin.
confused why that worked and his axe didn't. So. Just makes him more angry.
So 25 to there.
Yep.
That's funny.
You only have
if she's immobile,
play.
that doesn't give me a bonus. Right?
No, she's not immobile technically. She
From
just
his
had
sentinel feet.
She just had her
It's
speed
such a
reduced to
funny
0.
I'm just
Yeah, so no
Yeah,
no
no
advantage.
No advantage.
9.
9 will not hit.
Okay, then I'm disengage.
Okay, perfect.
Where do we?
Um,
Where do we?
Gwen, would you give me a death saving throw? Now, keep in mind there are the critical and
Yeah. That's a normal failure.
it's one failure.
One failure. I'll roll. Well, that's too loud. I'll just
No,
No, it's
show-
fine. This is
Okay, I will roll here so everyone can see.
Sure.
It'll be way more dramatic.
The golem is going to go next, and she is going to finally bring herself to her feet. We'll say with 1 foot, she will have her speed reduced by 5, because she's still technically a golem. Doesn't really
It is
need
hopping speed.
Yeah.
Critical hopping speed.
Maximum happiness.
It's like Zoom beanies.
Don't mention Zumbinis to me, man. That's nostalgia. That's like incredible nostalgia for me.
Please make me a pizza.
And she glances at Who and verifies that you no longer have her foot, and then she is going to move 25 feet towards Maggie.
Okay, I'll punch her with my bare fist.
Okay.
With your wing.
18 to hit,
18 will hit.
6 bludgeoning damage, non-magical.
Does not do anything.
You hurt your feathers.
And then she will dash to get to you as
Oh
hobble dash. Basically, she starts like coming around the statues, like using them to pull herself, and she says, "Give me the staff before you hurt someone else." And then it's your turn.
Staffer. Can I use it again?
They're
See if it has
roll
like,
me. Yeah, you know what? Roll me another charisma check to see if you can pull any other magic out of the staff.
cast blight, and it's a staff infection.
Gross. Let's see. Can I use one of these?
Yeah.
14.
14 will allow you to use a cantrip. Roll me a d4, please, to see which cantrip you end up using.
Okay.
Chaos magic.
One. Number one.
Oh,
Okay,
come on.
you grab the staff and you just like shake it a little bit and say, "Geyser," and a bolt of fire flares out and smashes into her. So this is going to be a firebolt. So roll me an attack
I'd laugh if it kills.
with a +6, please.
16.
16.
It's like a god level lich staff as her.
16 will miss. Do you
Plus.
Drags it
plus
through
1?
town.
17 will hit.
We found the AC.
Tuskegee staff of wild magic.
Yeah.
So roll me 2d10 because this is technically the staff of a 9th level spellcaster.
Now, have you guys have seen Nemo in Wonderland?
Oops.
So he's in the bed, and the bed flies.
17.
17 damage. Okay.
It's a
I've seen
magic
Willy's
film.
Wonderland.
That's
Called
With Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
It's good.
It's hilarious.
Preston?
It's Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie.
I love the whole like make sure you take a break every 30 minutes, and he does it no matter what. Yeah.
I love Nicolas Cage.
And it's got the
Gorilla greetings.
It's such a dumb movie.
You guys ever see that one?
No.
And it has the clown that smokes.
No.
No, I don't. I
That
purposely
sounds
don't
familiar.
watch things with clowns.
All right, I'll
Like,
show it to
it's
you.
a
I'll show it to
thing.
you after.
So you're not gonna like
So the
Spelljammers.
space clowns or
You didn't
whatever?
freak me
You
out.
didn't
Yeah.
watch Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
No.
Because this is
It's
what I'm
really
imagining
funny.
size-wise.
It's dumb.
Like you've got this staff,
Yes.
and at the end, his magic word that he's using to get rid of this shadow is pajama. He's like pajama, some pajama. He just keeps saying it over and over.
Now I kind of want to watch Onward again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
That was the last movie we
I
saw.
don't
before
feel
lockdown.
like crying though. So
Same.
let's
Yeah.
pass for the last
Another
one.
one.
Brother versus brother.
All right, so you dealt 17 damage with that firebolt. What else would you like to do?
I'm going to run now.
No, don't. So she will take an attack of opportunity as soon as you leave her threat area.
I'll be going now.
Okay. That is a 13 to hit.
That will miss.
She barely scrapes Ingrid's tail feathers, and she goes "Rah!" as you guys run off 25. Okay. Who?
Seeing as Cory go away,
What?
he
What?
get,
What did you just say?
seeing his quarry
Quarry.
go away.
I thought you said seeing that Cory went away. I was
Yeah.
like,
Seeing that Cory has left
I
the
see
room,
that Cory going.
I
away.
kill everyone in the room. Just kidding.
We cut. There's just an empty seat.
Yep.
What the heck? Where'd he go?
Well, I just thought that he's imagining all the monsters for me.
He's gonna kind of like look for
Like in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Every one of them's Cory.
So I'm gonna look around for a second for the foot. He's gonna drop his rage, kind of confused at what's going on, and he's gonna see her frozen, and he's gonna try and go dump one of his potions on her.
on me?
On you.
Does he rip more of her shirt?
Oh no!
Now
It is
I'm just wearing a sports
It was
bra.
just the regular health potion, right? The one with the toenails. and all
Yes,
the others.
it's just a questionable
mine.
but regular health potion.
And I will just look. And this one had like a worm in it or something.
Okay. Yeah, so 2d4.
Sticky.
Roll me 2d4 and 2.
Okay, 2d4 plus 2. That's 2, 3, 5.
Woohoo! +2.
That's with
Oh, I thought you rolled a 3. You rolled a 1 and a 2.
Gwen sputters awake, shaking off a lot of the frost that was covering her,
Ooh,
and
stink.
the worm as well.
And if you, listen. I was saving that for later. Thank you.
Terribly sorry about the freezing, Gwen.
Anything else
That was you?
who
I
would like to
mean-
do?
I thought it was you.
Definitely was.
Still
I
probably.
mean, I'm pretty powerful, but I don't give people that bad of a cold shoulder. You know, but hey, listen, now that you're still awake,
Is she,
we
is she
need to
prone?
fight
Because
more.
she was frozen.
She was frozen falling over. So
20,
technically, she was only
25,
frostbitten.
Because I did 10 there, so 30 there.
Okay.
That's the end of my movement. And that's it.
All right,
Yeah, I
back up at
wasn't-
the top
I
of the
wasn't
round.
fully frozen.
Cilin.
That's just for dramatic effect.
it's a bit chilly in here, but
Wow.
Nice.
40 speed.
As I'm approaching.
hey, can I cast spells with that too?
I mean, probably not.
Yeah, that's pretty sure.
No.
She's like,
That would be a 10.
A 10 will miss.
That's a mass.
So, Cilin, you like jump from statue to statue to come down between her shoulder blades, and she like turns at the last moment, and you kind of like stumble to the ground. But
I'll hide by this pillar as my bonus action.
you just roll off the. You just roll off.
definitely disadvantage on this hide check.
She just hears this slap as he hits the ground and then just kind of
A 13.
With 13.
slides behind the pillar.
He's just a roll.
It's like a ferret.
Little
Doesn't take
wet
damage.
body.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Slap
gonna
it.
spend half my movement to
It's
stand up,
frosted, so you can slide easier.
and then
Yes.
I will move 20 feet closer towards the target.
Is it always half your movement?
Yes.
Or is it only...
Yeah.
Which...
I thought monks could
Have to
stand up without using
I
movement.
don't think
I
so.
don't know.
It just seems a little odd that, like, classes with higher speed would have to take longer to stand up.
Right.
It should just be like 10.
It should
or
be like,
something.
yeah, like 15 should be
Yeah.
the average, right?
A quarter there.
So then I'll get
20?
Yeah. And how am I within 30 feet? Because I think.
I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
She is technically behind a pillar. She's a large creature, though. So
Okay,
if
I
you're going to
will-
attack her...
Gwen could move like
Yeah, I'll
here.
move. I'll move so I have like line of sight.
Okay.
So 20 feet line of sight, and I'm gonna just get my water whip going again and
Hey, go
try and hit her. So that's a
Alright,
14. Water whip is a
Strength.
Dex save.
Save. She does not make her save.
Okay, so she's gonna take
Whip it. And whip it good.
1 damage.
1 damage.
And I am actually gonna knock it prone. I can either knock it prone or pull it 25 feet. So I'm gonna knock it prone.
All right, yeah, you like crack the back of the head, and she like stumbles against the pillar and falls over on her side.
You should have advantage.
Till she
Just
stands
like
up
the
on her
Iron
turn.
Giant.
Oh, she's next. Huh?
And then it is her turn, so she is going to spend half of her movement. to
I just
stand up.
got back from dying, so I forgot.
And
Ooh.
Thanks a lot, who?
she is going to hold up her hands and say, "I think I've seen enough. I surrender."
Does anyone believe her?
Grab the foot!
Bit shady.
What does that mean for the trial?
It means you win, though not in the way that I originally intended, or rather, Cascadia originally intended.
I don't trust people who can still speak at the end of the fight. Usually they're unconscious.
Ooh, put her in the hole.
Can I put you in the hole?
What do you mean by put me in the
Put the
hole?
hole down. Who's got the hole?
Maggie definitely has the hole.
Yeah.
Which would have been a
doesn't
great place to store the staff, by the way.
No, we're just
No,
running.
yeah.
If we stop attacking you, what happens to you? Do you just go and become a statue again?
No, I award you your prize of the tower and tell you what
Just
you need
give
to
me
know.
the staff.
I honestly surrender.
Stuff.
Alright.
Alright.
Not so
believe her.
bad. I mean, I almost just died from being frozen. Who? Thanks a lot.
I move closer back.
I mean, technically, I think we should blame him because he stole the staff and gave it to me.
I just looked up and saw who, and then I was frozen.
What is he doing, who?
Who's staring her down, and he wants to do an insight
Sense
check.
motive.
Okay.
16.
With this creepy little.
Yeah, my head will be like in the whole like twisting up whatever thing. Insight, not that great. 17.
Well, yeah, she is telling the truth. Like, you're pretty sure she's telling the truth. She doesn't look like she's hiding anything. She's a statue, for Pete's sake.
He'll turn his back to her and then switch back.
With his head? Just his head?
Yeah, fully. He takes a step away and then his head flips back just to see if she's going to attack him.
She's just standing there.
I'm imagining the owl on Bambi when he's like, next thing you know, you're walking out of here.
She actually starts moving slowly, carefully, over to retrieve her foot, and she'll kind of put it down where the stump is, and you'll see like the magical stone like reattach itself.
While she's doing that, Maggie is going to open the hole and put the thing in it.
Put the staff in. And she is going to return to the pedestal, and she says, to answer your question, and she snaps her fingers and the hearts all shatter and crumble. But congratulations, through not force of will, but through sheer force, you have managed to best my tower. And you have won the right to call it your own. Congratulations.
Celebrate good times, come on!
Well, technically we were hired for someone else.
Really?
Yes.
So someone else is claiming the tower.
Yes.
Someone who did not go through my trial.
We have the contract, I think, don't we? Don't you?
A magical contract.
May I?
Mm-hmm.
And she reads through and she goes, I could break this contract for you if you wish to claim the tower for yourselves.
Somewhere in the world.
It would not be honorable.
I will hunt you down to
Well-
the edge of the earth for the tower.
We don't know anything. We don't know anything about the person that hired us, whether or not they're powerful or not.
You do know who it was.
Lady
Aisha.
Crest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't know.
Yeah.
We know she's
she's
the
powerful.
head of.
It was Lady Crusty Cheeks.
Terrabon, though, right? We
Yeah,
know she's like
you know
the
that
seat
she's
of
the high
power.
chancellor.
Yeah.
Crusty
the high
cheeks,
chancellor.
Bramblecheeks.
Well, I don't feel like getting on the bad side of the Terrabon government.
I'm just here to fight you.
There is some reward at the end, though, besides just the tower.
Sort of. If you are not claiming the tower, I'm afraid that I have something to ask of you, and I will reward you for your effort.
Just to be clear, if we're not claiming the tower, the contract is still good.
Yes,
For
but
the wayward ones.
I mean that.
Got it.
Yes.
We do have to get the fly thingy.
And we were told that all
Oh
the
yes, the
Nipper.
ornithopter.
What's his name?
all the
That's
loot
one
that we
thing we
get,
do.
Captain Nipper.
we were told
Means
all
an
the loot we
ornithopter.
get was ours in the trial.
Yes, the loot that you received in the trial is yours to claim.
So don't say the trial's finished. Give us the chest, and then you can finish the trial. Problem solved.
All right.
And the ornithopter.
I will need my staff back to complete it.
Something a lich would say.
Hey, she'll take the staff and she'll say, unfortunately, I do not trust whoever has signed this contract because I have not tested them. Or I say I, but really I mean Tiscadia. It's confusing to be a simulacrum. However, it puts me in a little bit of a weird position, and I need to ask the Little Hopes if they're willing to help. And
It depends on how much you're willing to pay.
she steps back and she waves her hand over the podium, and basically like the podium that she was standing on, not podium, pedestal that she was standing on, and it kind of dissolves away and reveals a large emerald crystal that kind of shimmers, and it has a bunch of runes etched into it.
Is it a trap crystal?
Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
10.
10. Yeah, it's a trap crystal.
Okay.
Shouldn't have had you roll. Everybody's seen
This
a
is a
trap
big
crystal
old
before.
one.
This is a giant trap crystal. She goes, this is the reason why I had to make a trial for my tower. The being inside this crystal is immense in power.
Bad power?
If they were good power, they probably wouldn't be trapped. So I made the tower's trials to test the mettle of any who wish to come in and see if they would be worthy to take up the charge of protecting this. However, since you are giving this tower to somebody else, I'm inclined to worry that it might fall into the wrong hands. So, Little Hopes, if you were to protect this crystal find a way to either destroy the creature inside or banish it, I would reward you greatly.
Greatly. How many zeros are we talking?
And she kind of waves her hands, and a bunch of the stone hands reform, and all 12 of them reach up into the ceiling, and they all pull down a shimmering diamond that is the size of their fist. You know, Cilin, because you know money.
Yes.
Yeah, these are astral diamonds, which are worth 100 platinum each.
Whoa.
And she
And
goes,
there's 12. There's a dozen of them.
Yes. I don't know if that's the actual conversion. I better check that before I just start randomly telling you numbers again.
120,000 gold. We're talking like Ezra level money.
I mean,
You still think you don't
How many
belong
of-
to this group, Gwen?
how many of them are there?
12.
I think I do now.
There's not that
Money
much
counts.
impressive. We got
Because
more
we need-
coins.
I forgot. That's why we did this. Was the money? It's just we hadn't made any in a while. But now that we're making it, I remember well. We're part of the group. Money.
It's all about the
I can put up with who for 120,000 gold pieces.
I mean, who are you putting up with?
Exactly.
Because, I'm all about that money. About that money.
Yeah, I think it's 100-1 conversion for it. At least that's how it was in.
We'll put a tentative
Yeah.
on that.
Yep.
So 100 platinum.
100 platinum each. She says, if you agree to take up this charge and find a way to destroy this creature, when you return to the tower, these 12 astral diamonds will appear for you.
Wow.
What if the new owners don't let us in?
You will merely need to approach the tower door, and you will receive the funds.
Okay. I think we should try. Can you tell us
we
anything
should.
about what's in this trap crystal?
Back when Aneria was new, the rivers were not as safe as they once were. There were
They're
creatures.
pretty damn dangerous now.
There were creatures in the deep that could pull entire boats down with but a flick of a tentacle. One such creature is inside this crystal.
Fitting, actually.
Oh.
A kraken with all the butt crack jokes.
I was trying not to say butt cracking.
Who knows? It could be one of those giant turtle dragons.
Our minds are
A dragon turtle.
Yeah.
Turtle dragon, turtle there.
Well, what do you guys say? Can't hurt to
Let's
try.
do a vote. If you're for it, punch who in the face.
I walk over and just as hard as I can. Wham!
What if you're against it?
Then
Your head turns all the way 180 degrees around.
Then put a
But
skull and
that's for
crossbones.
mutants.
then you punch who in the stomach.
We should all record 2 alternate endings, and then based on what the end, they can choose their ending.
Punch you in the face.
Maggie punches you in the face.
I punched me in the face.
Okay, that seems
You
like
take-
you're all in agreement.
10 damage from me.
Perfect. I'm not dead yet. It'll be in a minute, though.
Ours was a stage punch.
Oh, we do stage punches? No, sorry.
I take 6 damage from myself.
You punch yourself in the face.
Punch yourself unconscious. And she actually reaches over
Can
and
we
she
put
grabs.
that? Can we put that in the hole, or will it blow up? I'm gonna ask her. We
It
have
is-
this portable hole.
It should be safe. It is not an extra dimensional space issue that you run into. And she lifts up the giant crystal, which is like, I think it's about, we'll say it's about 5 feet. So, yeah,
So it can barely fit in the.
Yeah, it can barely fit, and she'll set it down in there. So
It
that
takes
you
up
can
like
fold
half
it
the
up.
space of the portable hole.
And then you just right back into its like little handkerchief form, and you can get a little pocket square for you. And she says, in thanks, and she reaches over and grabs one of the astral diamonds and hands it to Maggie. And she says, the rest will be upon your return if the crystal has been destroyed.
Sweet.
Everyone,
It's good. We're still
hold it.
ornithopter.
It feels so nice. This is
Oh,
the nicest
it's
thing I've
my-
ever had.
As for the rest, and she kind of waves her hands, and the rooms kind of dissolve, and you find yourself standing at the top of a kind of ordinary wizard's tower. It's a large study with a lot of books in it, and there is a large workshop off to one side, and you can see a fully built ornithopter, which is this kind of single pilot with like 6 wings, think the just because I don't want to have to think of a description tight. Think the ornithopters in Dune, basically a little dragonfly-esque. Yeah, and she goes, "The tower is yours, or whoever takes it from you after the contract. They will find that that they are able to enter and declare who else can enter."
Great.
Pretty cool.
Pretty neat.
So, how are we supposed to get this flying thing out of here?
Oh, and she points to like the far wall, and she says, "There's a latch."
Oh.
I think we have to fly it out.
I mean, I can fly. You know, I'm good at flying. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
Is it very intuitive, or is it hard to fly?
Is
Have
it
none of you
pedal-powered?
flown an
I'm
air
good at pedaling.
before?
His little teeny legs.
Well, for now, the tower is yours, so you can bring somebody in if.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
and
never flown before.
what about the little clay
Oh,
wax man?
Kilobix, and at hearing his name, he forms up and he goes, "Congratulations!" And Tescadia's like, "I already did that." And you go, "Oh, my
It's okay.
apologies."
We like to hear it.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah.
I will be around until someone dismisses me.
I think you should stay.
I think you should stay.
You should stay.
You'd probably be useful for
Right now,
whoever
we're
takes
the
this over.
owners of the
Yeah,
tower.
we're the interim owners of the tower.
I say you stay.
forever. You can never leave.
You have to
As
stay.
in you can't die. That makes sense.
And there's like a little chime that rings through there, and he goes, "Thank you. I appreciate that. I will be here forever."
No, I will
Existential
see
crisis.
so many owners come
Two
and
little
go.
wax tears.
They
Out of the one eye.
Just goes down either side.
And Tescadia, you watch as.
Or
like,
can I say
her-
something like, "You can't be dismissed
Yeah.
unless you want to"?
Yeah,
or something
basically,
like
yeah.
that. Like,
Tescadia's you're seeing like her stone form start to like turn to sand and like blow away, and she says, "Good luck to you. I really do wish you the best, and under no circumstances are you to release that creature."
goodbye. The world will miss your dumper.
Wait, before you go, you gotta tell me your secret. How come I couldn't hurt you none? I'd use your foot.
And she leans down. And she says, "The secret to damage immunity is," and then her mouth fades away.
No, wait.
And then
What?
the rest of her fades.
I like her sense of humor.
And Kilobix says, "When you're ready, the stairs will lead you down." I suppose I could.
Sure. I guess we're ready to go.
So you guys can leave. You can come back to the tower in like a half an hour or whatever with Nipper, and he'll open it up and he'll give you guys your 5,000 gold. He says if you go to Leah, she'll take care of the contract for you and get the handover taken care of. And thanks, I really appreciate it. Do you want to ride down?
I've never
thought it was
been
a-
in
thought it
one
was a
of these
one-seater.
before.
Yeah. I mean, you can just strap yourself to the bottom.
Okay.
I'll walk.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I want to try.
He helps you like get into like a harness because there's like a couple like hanging harnesses, and there's a hook that's like from the pilot seat. You could drop whatever cargo is in that harness.
That's okay.
So Cilin gets in.
No.
No, walking down.
I'll race him down.
Listen, there's a race. First one to the bottom, it'll be like one of these shiny things.
Well, can you get me?
One of
Can you
these.
let me get the vehicle started, or are you just gonna go randomly?
Go! And they'll just run. Just like start flying.
All right. And he goes and he just climbs in and turns the key, the magical like little crystal key, and the ornithopter starts and takes off and just flies out. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. The Tower of Tescadia is now the Wayward Watches to claim. It comes with the study and the workshop, which kind of have just kind of good magical materials for any sort of research you need to do or tinkering that you want to do. There is also a teleportation circle room, permanently already enchanted. So if you know teleport, you can memorize the runes here so that you can teleport back to it. There's also the Room of Rest, which allows you to, if you take an hour to rest in it, you do gain an epic die.
Nice.
Yep. So if you take your short rest while inside, and maybe some other surprises to come. But I think importantly, the Little Hopes now have something dangerous in their possession. Who knows what will happen?
More
Maybe
than
we'll
who?
find out next time.
I mean, we could just let it out, see what it is.
You
Maybe
know what will happen?
Yeah, we'll fight it.
Tell us.
We'll fight it.
Will we win?
Yes.
No. But we'll find out what happens probably on the next one shot. Thank you everyone so much for joining us. Thank you to Syrinscape who provided the wonderful sound effects for tonight. If you like the sound effects, let us know. Not with the skull and crossbows, just let us know in general. Just because I do want to see if it's something that's enhancing the experience. Or...
With an eggplant.
Yeah, and if you hate
No.
dumpers,
No.
do a skull and crossbones.
Yes,
Music
please.
notes and eggplant, so it's even more confusing.
But until next time, thank you so much.
Don't forget your
to
barfing faces.
And
like, comment,
eggplant
subscribe.
and
Check out our
crossbows.
store if you want. We got merch in
What
there.
do we got? Hats, t-shirts,
Stickers.
cups, stickers, mugs,
nothing to cover
but
your
no
dumper.
undies for your dumper. Yet.
And I am banning that word from this
Alright.
table.
New
I swear.
merch idea: dumper cover.
Brother
No.
versus brother.
Thanks everybody. Have a wonderful night.
Dinkus dumper.
Like that more, Dinkus dumper.